Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining me, and welcome to this one-shot of Vampire the Masquerade, Echoes of the Past. My name is Anna. I will be playing your storyteller tonight. Now, if we would like to all go around and introduce ourselves and say who we're playing, I would very much appreciate that.
Hi, I am Fangs After Dark, or just Fangs. I will be playing Bijan Khan, then true member of the cult of Mithras.
Uh, I am Silent Comedy, also Silent Comedy W5, and I will be playing the young Hakata Lucas Maddox, who is just a chill little dude.
I am Voivode Mekhet, and I will be playing Manford Schoen, Nosferatu Equal Opportunity Arms Dealer.
And now that we know who we are all playing, let's set the scene, shall we? It's the cold winter of 2024. Snow in Germany comes down a little bit lighter than it does in northern areas, but it still blankets the city all the same, deafening the sounds of traffic, deafening the sounds of pedestrians moving about. Winter comes with many benefits for Kindred. A quieter night allows for more opportunities to engage in the sort of politicking and activities that Kindred engage in. The length of the nights allows for a greater amount of time, but there's banes to this too. Less people out, less feeding opportunities. It's a feast or famine situation, quite literally. However, none of you will have to worry about feeding on this night, for each of you have been invited for your own reasons, be it past work within the Hikata, being a member of the Hikata, or being a representative of a rival organization to the Hikata. You have all been invited to a family dinner held by the local Munich Hikata. Now then, the Hikata have taken an old Protestant church as the new site of their temple, of their collective communal haven. All of you have been invited to join them in this location. It's at the edge of a graveyard, off in the southwestern part of the city of Munich. It's easy enough to get to with cars, or public transit if you prefer, but I highly doubt anyone in this coterie would be taking the bus. The time for the dinner is not long after sunset, just a mere 2 hours past sunset to give time to prepare to host honored guests, and that is what you all are tonight. With the exception of the little member of the family present, you are all honored guests. So, I would like to know how everyone is getting to this converted Protestant church turned into the temple of the cult of life and undeath.
Well, if the streets are quiet, they're not, because I have the most obnoxious squealing coming from this rusted out old VW bus that I drive, which also doubles as my haven. The windows are covered with duct tape, and I am just clanking and screaming down the road until I reach the church.
Looks to me from the picture you sent me to be of East German engineering, which East German engineering, what it lacks in elegance, it does make up for in being robust and easily able to be repaired. So you're allowed, needing a touch of tender love and care, BMW pulls up to this location. How about Bijan? How is Bijan arriving?
Bijan will probably arrive in a probably a very like nondescript but high end BMW black sedan type of car. Made of money, but inconspicuous. and he's dressed in all black, except for a very bright golden ring that sits on his pinky.
Elegance, as always, befitting a kindred of your station. And of course, our little Hikata, our little Lucas. Well, do you tend to stay at the temple, or do you have your own haven that you prefer to spend your time at? You can arrive earlier than everyone else, help with dinner preparations if you'd like.
No, he was planning on going on time, but has since been distracted in the early hours of his night, trying to assuade some of his roommates, we'll call them, into giving him just a couple more nights, and then he'll get back to helping them with some of their issues. But he bundles up in a bunch of thick coats and has leaves his. He's got like a small townhouse that he lives in, and he would get around on like an electric bike.
An electric bike in the dead of winter.
Yeah, that's why he's bundled up in all the clothes, so it looks like he's actually cold.
Yeah. We'll make a little roll for you in a moment, but first, just determine who arrives first. I'd like everyone just to roll, unless you would like to arrive in a specific order. I would like everyone to roll just 3d10s. We'll see who gets the most success. All right. Order of arrival will be Manfred, then it will be Lucas, and then... Wait, what's going on here?
He got 0.
Oh, wait, you got 0. Okay.
0 successes.
Yeah. All Blake.
Well, you guys can enjoy coming in with my greasy smoke in your faces.
If I could cough, I would.
If my face wasn't covered in like 6 inches of face wraps and everything else to look like I'm bundled up like a marshmallow man.
Marshmallow man.
All right. So, the very first to arrive will be Manfred. I mean, you live in your haven, so it's pretty easy to get around. Don't have to do any going out, making it to your car. You're already there. So, you pull up on this beautiful Protestant church, reworked to be a proper temple. From the outside looking in, it looks pretty abandoned. There are the remnants of vines shriveled in winter climbing up the walls, reclaiming a building that, for all intents and purpose, to mortal eyes, is no longer in use. And were it not for the 2 robed figures dressed entirely in white standing outside, it'd be easy to think that maybe you pulled up at the wrong place. Maybe this is abandoned. But you know better. You've worked with the Hikata of this local family before. You know exactly what their deal is. So, 2 robed figures, all dressed in white, 1 male, 1 female, both Caucasian, welcome you as you pull up. They usher you in as a guest of honor. You know that all the figures dressed in white are mortal attendants, ghouls in service to the cult in hopes of achieving the sort of enlightenment that is offered to adherents of this faith. As you arrive, they're still going about setting up dinner. There's plates being brought out. Other robed figures are hurrying around, some of them wearing aprons over their robes just to keep the pristine whiteness of the robes intact. As of yet, there are no kindred members of the Hikata visible. At least not yet. But you do have a seat saved for you. A little placard saying Manfred Schon. Near the far end of the table. Not quite the head. Second to arrive would be Lucas. A little distracted dealing with things with your roommates.
Yep.
And your roommates needing a few more nights. Wonder whatever that could be about.
Mhm.
You arrive to a similar scene, but you know that you're more familiar with everyone in this place.
Mm-hmm.
You've come here semi-regularly. After all, a member of the local Okada. Known to be, apart from some occasional family arguments between different branches, this is a peaceful place for you, and you know it's always a space that you can go to and feel safe. Seek the advice of elders, and be at peace. You arrive, and you see, if Mekhet, if you wouldn't mind sharing a picture of what Manfred Schoen looks like in the chat, so that he knows what he's looking at.
Okay, I actually just did. I shared a picture of him and his car, so everybody can see what it looks like.
Oh, hell yeah. Sorry, I wasn't looking at that because I was looking at character sheets.
Yeah,
He is a beautiful slab of a Nosferatu.
he is. He
Yeah.
is.
Now, showing up fashionably exactly on the dot for this 7 p.m. dinner is Bijan Ventru, a picture of punctuality, a picture of refinement, I think would be the word that the Ventru would use. You arrive, and around you, the members of the cultists look a little bit more nervous, but all the same, you are welcomed and you are given a seat at the far end of the table at the head.
Thank you.
However, even though the dinner is set to be now, the head of the table, usually occupied by the head of the local Hokata, has not yet arrived, but you can see other kindred of various different branches of the family arriving. You see a few figures coming out from the hallways further on into the catacombs of this church, dressed in masks. One a plain wooden mask, another one an ebony wooden mask. They do not show their faces, and they just silently take their seats at the head of the table. Coming in about 5 minutes after Bijan, is a very loud, very rotund man speaking with an American bastardization of German walking in. And you can tell immediately that this guy has been here before from how all the cultists react to his presence. Lucas, you would recognize him as Tony Putinesca from the New York Putinescas.
Okay.
The fucking Putinescas.
It's always the Putinescas.
It's always the Putinescas. And gradually, the seats are filled. Is there anything that anyone would like to do during this time while you're waiting for the head of the Hikata family? Any interactions you would like to have?
I got a question. Who's is there anybody sitting around Tony?
People are trying to give Tony a little bit of space, but he keeps moving seats over to like engage in entirely one-sided conversation.
I'm gonna go say hi to Tony. Because the
Tony
Putinesca are great customers. So.
All right. Tony looks to you and just goes, "Oh, hey, look at you, looking spiffy, like the suit, you're looking nice. You got the nice refinement to you."
Yeah, you could say that. I'm gonna take a seat down next to him. As I settle in, my back sounds like the last 15 seconds of microwave popcorn. Just pop, pop, pop. That's the spinal cord realigns. I got this nice white viscous fluid around my mouth. Not really the most nice smelling either. But I wanted to check, see if you need anything, Tony. Everything going all right?
Oh, same old bullshit. Hey, he hands you his handkerchief for the viscous fluid.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll put it in my pocket.
Oh, business is business. It's the usual kind of fucking thing. I mean, we got some fucking big shots trying to make their way up in New York, and when I've got to deal with the situation of them trying to encroach on turf, because nobody respects the turf that I hold. But not Anarch, not Camarilla. Everyone thinks they can take a fucking slice, but
Yeah.
I always teach them the right amount of respect they should show. Talk my name with some fucking respect.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Now, if you need anything, you let me know. I got some nice new shit.
Oh, well, we're definitely gonna have to talk later, man.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I got a whole list. I got a whole new. I have a whole new inventory list for you to check out.
Oh, well, if it's anything like the last shit that you provided,
All better.
I'm definitely gonna be your best customer.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
You got anything explosive in the bunch?
Anything?
And I got some problems. I need to go away, and I need to make a spectacle out of it.
I'm gonna pull out my early 2000s Nokia and start running through the note list I have on there. I was like, yeah, I got some RGD 5s, man. I got some really good stuff.
No shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some anti-tank.
Well, we're gonna have to talk later.
Got some from anti-tanks RKG3s, man. All for you.
Oh, everyone get a load of this guy. He got some fucking anti-tank shit going on.
You gotta have it. You gotta have it for today. I mean, you never know when there's a mailbox that's just in the way.
Yeah, mailbox is just in the way. Some fucking SI fucks getting in my way. Either way, blow it the fuck up.
Yeah, got some good old Soviet candy for you.
At this point, Lucas is more than eavesdropping. And at first he was intending to look and see if either of these two dealers of death had any tag-alongs. But then he heard the, mailbox joke, and he just actually starts busting up laughing. It was pretty good. It's like...
Oh, at that, Tony looks right at you, Lucas, and goes, "Ah, Lucas, is it me or have you grown a little bit?" Nah, fucking kidding with you. We don't grow. How's it going, Lucas?
It's going well.
Wraps you in the biggest fucking hug, whether you want it or not.
Yeah, no, Lucas is just this kind of content smile on his face, kind of just all the time. He just seems like he's a very content person. And so he doesn't hug Tony back, but he just sits there and just kind of accepts the hug, okay, this is happening now.
I'd say this is it's good to fucking hear it, man. Hey, if you ever need anything, if you ever have any problems taken care of, I'm in Munich for the next month before I fly back over, across the pond.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have any more unwanted tag-alongs, I'd be happy to put in a little work.
Oh yeah, sure. We both off each other the family rate. Hey, what do you say? Take care of one of your tag-alongs. You take care of one of my tag-alongs. We all get along fine.
Sounds good. I don't really have a whole lot of tag-alongs, but sure.
Oh, okay. Sure. Nothing. Keeping your nose clean. No problems with that. Good to hear it, kid.
He just kind of nods.
I feel like this is a good, dramatically appropriate time for Bijan to arrive and hear the tail end of this conversation.
I see the local dissidents are here. Wonderful.
Oh, who's this guy?
He said what now?
Oh, he looks at you and he immediately goes, "Oh, who's this guy? I ain't seen you before."
The name's Bijan Khan, of the local Mithraics.
Ah, you're one of them. All right, well, got no problem with me, no problem with you, okay?
That's a very strange way to start a conversation.
I'm a strange guy. I like to keep things interesting. The entire time all these conversations are happening, the two masked figures at the head of the table are just staring at Tony and just grateful that he's talking to anyone but them.
Strange, clearly. Do you happen to know why we were given this invitation?
I mean, ways I hear it, Anya's looking for a couple folks to do some work for us. Can't be too many of our own doing the work. It's a politically delicate situation. At least that's the way she says it to me.
I see. Yes, the local Hikata do have a problem with keeping their members in check.
Oh yeah, local troubles, all that with the murders and all that. Those fucking murders.
Yes, those murders.
Do we know anything about the murders that are going on,
That's
or
what I was
is this new news to us?
Yes, on the subject
Am
of
I
murders.
involved?
On the subject of murders, last year, in the winter of the year, there were a series of 4 ritualistic murders that were attributed to the Hekata of the city of Munich. There were bodies ritualistically slaughtered, some sort of business dealing with something called the Venetian urn, and ultimately it fell on the Hekata to clean their own messes. Now, Lucas, you've heard whispers of how bad things were, of how close things got to ruin, of something called back that should not have been, of inter-family politicking and the consequences of it. The sort of things that there are explicit rules against, but rules broken all the same. But you never got the full story. Manfred, all that you know is that people were fucking killed, the prince was pissed as hell, and that it was very close to being a big masquerade violation. And, Bijan, you know the story of something that was supposed to be for you and yours taken, and the horrible consequences of the wrong people holding ownership of something.
Yes. Unfortunately, these are the consequences of things when those undeserving manage to get their hands on things that they shouldn't have.
Deserving, undeserving, the hands that grab are the hands that hold.
Yes, but the hands that hold shouldn't always be the hands that are able to grab.
While they're having this banter back and forth, may I make an attempt to perceive if any of these individuals are particularly in possession of a fetter of any kind? The Nosferatu, the Putanesca, and the Sventrue guy.
You absolutely can make an attempt. Are you using any abilities to suss this out, or?
Yeah, I'm going to use the Binding Fetter. It's Oblivion level 1.
Nice.
Binding Fetter.
Wits plus Oblivion, and got
the book in front of me. I'm turning to it. I like physical books.
It's interesting. It has a free cost and a dice pool listed, but then doesn't. It just says on activation. So I'm assuming that perhaps the roll is only in the event that something could mask the presence, but it doesn't explicitly state that. So I'm not really sure.
I'm going to say go ahead and make the roll. There doesn't seem to be any contesting to that roll based on that. So go ahead and make the roll, and I'll tell you how much you find in the center of the Hekata power.
And while I am using this, which I think this is absolutely perfect to the character, the way that I perceive the character behaving, While the power is in use, the vampire is distracted from their activity around them, conveying a penalty to their dex and wits rolls, which is spot on. I'm not paying attention to anything else that's happening. I don't particularly care.
Nice.
5.
All right. That is definitely a success. There are numerous fetters all over the place. For the most part, kept in very specific locations. But you notice that the chalice that's used at the head of the table is, in and of itself, a fetter. And you notice that Tony Putanesca has something hidden on his person that would count as a fetter. Not normally the sort of thing that you hear about the Putanescas getting into, but we all see exceptions to stereotypes all the time. Now then, would Bijan or Manfred have any fetters on them?
Not that I can think of. I don't think he
Bijan
really
would
has
not.
anything useful on him except for a few weapons, but he probably left those in the truck or in the van.
Yeah, Bijan
And
would not
Bijan?
have it.
Okay. All right. Well,
Where is the... So where would the hidden item on the Putanesca be? Would it be like under an arm, like a side holster, like in a pocket,
it is
under his collar?
underneath
Like,
his blazer on the left-hand side over where his heart would be. When you stare more intently there, you notice there's a slight lump in his suit.
interesting. Okay. Yeah. Lucas is just staring intently, drilling a hole through Tony's chest as he's taking all that in, and then kind of just looking up at the ceiling, like just sitting in his chair, just contently looking around, not really paying attention.
As the rest of the seats fill in, moonlight is starting to pour in through the stained glass windows of the basement where you're all sitting. You notice that finally, all the trays that were placed upon the table have their are being lifted. On some, you see goblets of blood, carafes brought out to refill glasses as much as anyone needs. On others, you see plates of thinly sliced raw meat. Now then, Lucas, you have seen the Nagaraja feed before. You've seen them eat flesh as needed for them in regards to their specific dietary restrictions. Bijan, Manfred, have you seen this before?
I don't know if I've seen it, but to each their own. People don't really look up. They don't look too happy when they see me eat either. So
I probably have not seen that happen, but I've probably potentially heard of it.
There are two members who are eating from the plates themselves, and when you see them open their mouths, you see rows of teeth like that of a shark going all the way down their throat as they bite and shred and swallow by the mouthful. As the dinner begins, that is when a tall, pale figure, dressed in a simple black robe, finally makes her way to the head of the table. Lucas, you know this to be Anya Giovanni, the mother of the local Hikata. She waited for everyone to start eating before she made her appearance, and she does so silently, taking her seat at the head of the table and watching everyone eat. She particularly does not touch her plate, and she has her eyes on the three of you at the far end of the table, which you are all offered whatever you would like in regards to dietary restrictions. Anything you want is available. Of course, you would have to let the staff know just exactly what you need to feed on.
okay. If I'm asked what I want, I will say whatever's available. I'm not picky. Whatever they need to get rid of is fine. When I see Anya walk in, that's when I'll take off my hat, though. Out of respect.
You see a smirk at the sign of respect.
Is there I'm sure there is. Would Lucas be like more familiar with the proper way to greet her when she enters, or is it like intended to just not necessarily say anything to her, or does she have like a title, like a
Her title is Mother,
mother?
and ordinarily, in a more formal dinner, she addresses the table beforehand, and most rise from their seat when she arrives. But you notice that the only ones who are rising are those who are closest to her, who immediately sit down immediately after she sits down. The two masked individuals.
Mm. Okay. Lucas would give her a kind of polite and awkward smile and nod, as to say
The nod
hi.
is returned. The nod is absolutely returned. Just a small, subtle nod.
Bijan will stand and offer his hand to hers. And if she takes it, he will give it a ginger peck on the top. My lady.
Ah, Bijan. It's good to see you. You are well, I assume.
Very. I
Good.
assume you are as well.
There are matters to be discussed. The reason for my lateness, but we will discuss it after everyone has their fill. I thank you for your concern.
Not a problem.
It is a massive dinner. Course after course are brought out. Anyone who has hunger can easily slake it down to hunger one. Anything that anybody wants to eat, anything that anybody wants to drink, is freely offered. It is to the point of gorging to bloatation. Decadence, really. Feast in the time of famine. A display of wealth and power, potentially, as feasts have been in long times past. It is only after the third course that finally just a slight tapping on the still untouched goblet in front of Anya, that the room falls silent immediately and everyone stops what they're doing. Even Tony knows to shut up in this moment as she addresses everyone present. She rises from her seat and she speaks with a gentle voice, whispering tone, seeming distracted by something else, even as she's addressing everyone present. Good evening, everyone. It is always good to see such wonderful and familiar faces. Today marks a 1-year anniversary to the conclusion of a rather unfortunate ordeal. For those present who know, there were rituals conducted with a certain artifact of the founder of the Giovanni, Augustus himself. Since those rituals did not go with the desired result, we have dedicated ourselves to the proper stewardship of an artifact so dangerous. And where I intended this to be a dinner, honoring our family, honoring distinguished guests, some of whom are not of the family, but still welcome. Manfred, who has helped us in the past. Your assistance has always been appreciated. Lucas, our newest addition to our family. We are sorry that you joined us under troubled times, but you have proven yourself, and I am very interested to see where your nights go from here. And Bijan, honored representative of the cult of Mithras, it is good to see you in health as well. Now, the matter that turns this from a happy reunion to something more urgent is the artifact in which we have kept stewardship of has been stolen. The Venetian urn has been taken, mercifully, bloodlessly, but it must be returned, for we know what it can do, but others might recklessly use it for ambitions that should not be met. So, if the three honored guests would care to join me to my study, I would like to discuss the matter at hand. For all family members gathered, I want you all to rest assured that things will be set right, that we will not see a repeat of the troubles of the years past. And regardless of what happens, we are still Hecata, and we remain. And all voices at once in unison 3 times chant the words, "We remain, we remain, we remain," as Anya turns and goes into the far corridor.
Yeah, when they start chanting "We remain," as soon as they are done, I am gonna go, "Yeah, y'all remain," and I'll chug the rest of the blood that I have, and then use the handkerchief to wipe my face off. Throw that on the table, and I'll follow on you.
Lucas was like half a syllable off the "We remain" chant, like the whole time. We remain. You know, like he was just that half a second behind.
You just thought everybody was gonna say it twice, and they just slipped in a third.
Yeah, yeah.
After everyone's finished, Bijan will stand and he'll let out a sort of condescending grunt. I suppose the only thing that doesn't remain is the Venetian jar. And then he'll storm off after Anya.
Lucas.
Nobody answers that barb except for Tony. He goes, "Get a load of this guy, huh? Wise guy here." But
Lucas.
sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. Hearing Tony say that, Lucas will lean over and be like, "Hey, Tony, do you know what the Venetian jar can do?"
Oh yeah, it's a dangerous thing. I mean, I heard things about what was done, but it can bring people back, like with some accuracy too. Like I heard they got exactly who they were calling for, which we both know that's. I mean, do you know how fucking hard that is? Because that is fucking hard.
I've never really struggled at it. He'll just stand up and walk away. He just says it with a smile, and he's like, I've never really struggled with it. It's pretty easy, actually. And he just gets up and walks off.
Tony's
You're
like,
lucky your little cousin, otherwise I'd be pissed at you.
I'm sorry. I just have a knack for these things, Tony.
1 in 5 necromancers have a hard time getting it up, but you know.
Zinger!
Oh,
You get one.
that is so good.
You get 1 Mithric point for that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Bijan, like.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're good.
So, the 3 follow Anya to her study. Her study is a very Spartan room, whereas others might like to display wealth and opulence. What she has here, she doesn't need to display power in that way. She has the small, simple room of a kindred who is self-assured, who lives simply, and keeps to what her goals are. Her goals being the spiritual well-being of her community and the advancement of Hecata goals. Let's It's just a stone room, stone brick walls on the sides, no windows, candlelits, and bookshelves. Books all over the place, and a simple mat on the floor to sleep on. A far cry from the display of opulence in the dining hall. She asks you to close the door behind you, whoever's the last one to enter,
It's
before
definitely
she
Luke.
addresses.
Unless somebody makes an effort to be last, it's definitely Lucas. He'll quietly shuffle in and just shut the door.
Thank you all for joining me. Now then, the Venetian urn has been stolen. We have reasons to believe that it was Dieter Straub of the Baron of the local anarchs. Fortunately, nobody was killed, but our secure warehouse was raided. And we can't think of anyone with a motive other than, well, she casts a glance towards Bijan.
Oh, trust me, Anya. If we were to take this jar from you, we wouldn't be so rude as to steal it from under your nose.
Of course. And that is why I suspect the Baron has done this. So what I need is this urn returned. I do not know what goal Dieter Straub has with this treasured relic of our history, but I do not intend to wait to find out. It was taken bloodlessly, and I would like for it to be returned bloodlessly.
Can I ask a question, Mother Anya?
Of course. What would you like to ask?
Where was it taken from?
We had a secure warehouse of artifacts that are too dangerous to keep here, but too dangerous to leave without protection. I thought nobody knew of its location, but your cousin, Christopher Giovanni, did not do a good enough job safeguarding its location, and he will be gently reprimanded for this. I do not fault him, but I do want to see him do better in the future.
What remains of those that were killed in the process of the theft?
Fortunately, none died. Non-lethal blows were used. Kindred were staked. Living retainers were struck over the head with enough force that a number of them needed to be hospitalized.
Okay, so we do know that it was at least probably one of us, since they did, they knew about the whole staking thing.
Well, that, and
Of
they didn't
course.
kill any of the humans, so they knew not to leave any spirit, not to risk us getting information from the spirits.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
They covered the tracks rather well. Definitely not anarch work.
Who do you suspect it could be, then? I'm, of course, interested in your perspective.
Well, despite your attempts to hide the location and keep that information under wraps, it leaked somehow. And what is one of the best ways for information to leak and slither its way into the hands of anyone who wants it? And I turn over and glance at Manfred.
I didn't do nothing.
Your clan's pretty good with these kinds of things.
Well, yeah, we got our stealthy talents.
Do you think you might know anyone that could provide any information on this?
Off the top of my head, not really. Out of character, do I know any other Nosferatu in the city I might be able to question?
Well, there is the sheriff of the local Camarilla, Gerhard, serving under the Prince Einstadt. There is that Nosferatu. That is the only named Nosferatu in the setting, so I can absolutely say, would you say your sire is in town?
My sire?
Yeah.
Um, I mean that's up to you. If you wanna throw him in there, that's fine. I threw a. I don't know if you saw the name of the sire. I just threw a.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. If he's in town, I'm more than happy to go poke him.
Lucas just kind of quietly speaks up from underneath the the room of grandstanding and levied accusations, and he's like, "Can I be the first one not standing on circumstance and pride to say that maybe it was an inside job?"
So you're willing to stake the reputation of your clan even more on its incompetence?
One, he just kind of laughs. No. If
No
anything,
disrespect.
if anything, it shows that if this is in fact a member of the Hakata, it shows that this particular member not only has a great deal of ability and competence to pull something like this off, but they also have, and he looks directly at Bijan, enough self-restraint to know when too far is too far, as to not kill anyone.
Hmm.
The troubling
right.
thoughts.
Just a thought.
Perhaps some information gathering will be needed. All that I have are my suspicions and the strength used in dealing blows to members of our family, aspirants and fully fledged members alike. Troubling.
Well, if there's not anyone dead from the location, or from the robbery rather, then I could take a look at getting some information from any of the spirits that are attached nearby. I could see if they saw anything.
That is always a good avenue of approach. You were well chosen to join our family. I'm sure you will prove very useful in this effort.
He just kind of bows in gratitude.
I am entrusting this task to the three of you, and be it known that I do not expect you to work for free. I would like to give each of you a gift that only we can give.
Manfred perks up a little bit. What
I will not.
What are we talking about?
A chance at closure.
What closure at what?
Tell me, Manfred, do you like surprises?
I don't know. It kind of depends on the surprise.
I assure you, all who have been given this gift have been grateful for it, though none have emerged unchanged. You are in no danger. It is simply a chance at closure.
All right.
Or, of course, if you prefer a major boon as payment, I can do that as well.
I just imagine his ears literally perk up.
What if it is an inside job, like the kid's saying? What if we end up finding out that it's actually some of your family doing it?
By the terms of the reunion, we cannot act against each other. So, I would have to be reliant on yourself and Bijan
All right.
to ensure that appropriate justice is served.
So that's why we're here, and he's gonna probably pop Bijan in the arm.
That's why you're here. Well, I suppose I could.
Precisely.
I'm a Leo after all.
Rising well in your August body. Very well. Now, if you do not have any... Sorry?
Miss Anya, you do understand exactly why I am even entertaining assisting you with this, do you not?
I believe that I do, but why not speak plainly? It is rude to speak in secrets amongst friends, is it not?
He wants it.
Yes.
Yes, very much so.
I am aware of this.
I believe that the cost of us helping you retrieve it after the last debacle you had after you had taken it would be quite fair for us to have an opportunity to have possession of this urn.
Yes, why not give the relic of a clan founder to an entirely different clan with an entirely different agenda and an entirely different, should we say, religious structure? That seems
I feel
entirely
that's
reasonable.
fair to say. It seems as though conflicts of the years past have come back to trouble us today. It's the way of things, I suppose. Nothing ever stays truly buried. I was hoping that we could put matters behind us, but your clan, your blood, your family, your faith, ever ambitious. I know what you would use it for. It could be a danger to us all, but
Really? That's what you worried. That's what you worried about, considering what you used it for and what happened.
And we have been careful not to misuse it since. I accept blame for what happened under my watch. I accept full blame. How does this sound, Bijan? In exchange for your services and your return of the urn to our keeping, we can enter into negotiations with the aim of ensuring the Masquerade is preserved and ensuring that nobody meets a terrible fate. We can enter into negotiations of where would be the safest place to keep this relic to ensure it is not misused.
I suppose that would be an amicable solution for now.
Good. That's what I am happy to hear. Be it known, though, if you do go off with the urn without bringing it back here, we will know. There will be consequences, which I hope to avoid.
Yes, I believe Munich burning under the scorching sun of Mithras' justice would be quite a unfortunate situation.
Oh, great. Not only does he want to take the relic, he wants to bring back a dead false god.
Well, like the idea of a vampire controls the sun or some shit.
I would hold my tongue, young one. You do not know the meaning of the word God.
He just kind of looks at you like completely unfazed. I'm pretty sure
God.
it would take nothing for me to Google a meaning. but you wouldn't probably know anything about that. So,
Man,
would you
well,
probably wait for you to read it out of a dusty old dictionary?
Mithras have a Facebook page.
he
If you
does.
did, it'd probably be
As a
boring.
matter of fact, you can find him on the wikis. There's quite a lot of information of him out there.
Yeah.
Did he just say wikis?
I did.
There's a lot of fictional characters that have wikis. It's fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but he said
Well-
wikis.
I mean, maybe it's just his
Well.
accent. Oh, fucking.
God or not, divine in nature, or just old and powerful, Mithras was real. I lived long enough to know of Mithras's existence.
Oh,
I respect your faith, young Bijan. I do.
I'm glad somebody does.
And Lucas, not all seek the same path of enlightenment as us. It would be best not to start on the wrong foot if you will be working with somebody. I know that you are proud of what you are proud of your heritage, and your words hold wisdom. But remember, walk lightly. The loud words are those who have a need to be heard. The gentle tones are those who know they will be heeded all the same.
yes, Mother Anya. Forgive
You
me.
will do well.
I did not mean to insult the truths of your faith.
You are forgiven.
So,
Now,
it's been a nice Bible study and all, but where exactly should we be starting on this?
of course, there is a little warehouse that we have at the edge of a local university, the University of Munich. And here is the address written in paper intended to be burned before sunrise
Oh, absolutely.
for security reasons. And I will entrust it to you, Manfred, as I entrust Lucas to ensure my will is done, and I entrust Bijan to choose the diplomatic solution. Now, if you have no more questions for me, I would like to return to my studies and preparations for when the urn is returned.
Okay.
Are we to depart now, or do we have time to prepare?
Well, as long as it is brought back before sunrise, I would feel most comfortable.
So he can do some math in his head. Okay.
It's only 3 hours after sunset. You've got most of the night to go.
Okay. So, where do you guys want to start doing this? Should we head to the warehouse?
Well, we already. How late is the university open to the public?
The university is, there are some buildings that have 24-hour access, like the library, for those late night cramming sessions. But this warehouse is a building off campus, just off campus, that is a private building. But in regards to the hours of the university itself, some buildings will have night classes, but for the most part, it would be the library that you can count as being open.
I say we head to the warehouse first.
Is Mother Anya already gone?
Mother Anya is just sitting down at her desk and reading.
Okay. Do we have keys to get into this warehouse, or is this kind of a B&E kind of situation?
Well, as I understand it, the locks still have not been repaired, so
Ah, okay.
we have attendants guarding it. But if you say my name, or, well, that is my handwriting. They should be able to recognize it.
All right. Then, is there anything else that anybody needs to do before we get going?
Can I have like 30 minutes?
Yeah, I guess.
Thank you.
All right. What do you intend to do with these 30 minutes?
So Lucas is going to go back to, like, I imagine there was like a coat room where he could have
Oh,
taken
yeah.
off his layers upon layers of, of sweaters and stuff.
It's going to take a half an hour to put it back on. Gotcha.
No. He, he's gonna rummage around and like, so I imagine he tried to hang up what he could, but he probably just had too much stuff, so he just threw it all in the corner. And underneath some of the layers that he brought, he's got a kind of a raggedy old backpack, and he's gonna open that backpack, and in that backpack is a binder, like an old school like card binder. And in that, he's gonna take that and he's gonna go out to the cemetery where the veil would be thin.
Oh. All right. All right.
And
And what do you do in this veil?
So he is going to go sit down into the middle of the cemetery, and when he's going to open the binder, and in the binder there are a bunch of photos. Some of them new, some of them old, some of them printed on, some of them are Polaroid, some of them are just printed out on paper, like standard photocopy paper. And with each picture, there is a like a small article with each of them, like a piece of jewelry or a lock of hair or a small charm, just various little odds and ends. And this is his collection of fetters that he has been stockpiling from the spirits that he's been helping resolve their unfinished business. And I would like to summon a few of them and see if I could request their assistance for the evening.
All right. All right. Let's make a nice little roll for that.
Nice.
Unless it's a specific named ability that you're doing, I would like a roll of occult plus oblivion.
Okay.
Is this summon spirit?
Yes, summon spirit. I believe is it? Yeah, it's been a minute since I've done this. Since I've done anything oblivion.
It's a ceremony, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's a level 1 ceremony.
It's resolve
let's see
plus
here.
oblivion, I believe.
All right.
Watch your 1s and 10s.
Oh, that's right.
The last thing we need is that.
It's only on the hunger die, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a resolve plus oblivion.
Actually,
Oblivion is such a great discipline. Love it.
I do. This is the first time I'm ever actually playing a Hakata, and I've been really looking forward to this character for a while.
Hell yeah. Snarky Hakata.
I love
Here you go.
Hakata.
It's just
I do too.
dude,
I love it.
he's an absolute. He is a sickly looking toothpick with balls of steel.
There you go. What a better what good combination is there?
Right? He is a wet noodle, just waiting for
He's like,
someone
hey,
to slap him.
He's like, hey you, and your sun god. Fuck you.
Fuck you and your wee keys, you nerd.
Go look it up on the wikis, boyo.
I apologize. I'm having a moment where I can't math. Okay. Resolve plus oblivion. Okay. And would it be unfair of you to say that given Lucas's particular dedication to his paranormal calling, that he's fed on some recently sick and dying individuals with whom he could get a null resonance from?
If anything, I could say that some of the blood served was from sick and dying people, given the family that you are a part of.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. In Summon Spirit, I don't actually see a dice pool. So this roll will be on
it's
whether or
ju-
not you find one that's helpful to you.
Yeah, it's just the ceremony roll. You don't have to. There's not a
Yeah.
specific one for it.
Yeah, I think the difficulty is just against the veil, which I think in a graveyard is like 2, maybe.
Yeah, whenever it's thinner, you get an easier difficulty.
Yeah, which I guess I could use where the veil thins. I think that lowers the difficulty even further, doesn't it?
It lets you
Yeah.
see. I think it just lets you see where the veil is thin.
I see. Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
But
I see now.
you're in a
It says,
cemetery.
unless otherwise.
You're
I
in
see now.
you're in a
The second
cemetery run
before
by the
says,
Hikata. I think you're good.
Yeah, I'd say the
yeah, the veil is very
Veil's
thin.
veil's pretty thin over here.
yeah.
Yeah,
minus
and-
2 difficulty in a frayed location, -1 on a thin. And I forgot this is a ceremony, and I am a Pisanob, so I actually get 2 additional dice for this.
Who are you?
Oh shit,
Peace and knobs are awesome.
pizza knobs are awesome, and without any of the nasty incest. And yeah, you're right. I see the Oblivion Ceremony section where it says, unless otherwise stated, this is the dice pool. All right. Well, with a grand total of 4 successes, you call spirits to you. You call 2 spirits arrive. I'm going to say 1 spirit for each 2 successes here. 2 spirits arrive. One is the spirit of what looks to be the whispery outline of a young girl. The other one, the whispery outline of an older woman hunched over with a spectral cane, of all things. And they both are there. They both look at you expectantly.
Would these and I'm totally cool with it if these aren't spirits he's familiar with. The idea of the fetter binder is that these were spirits that he's already been working with for some time. And they're his
Yeah.
kind of they're his. I don't have a lot of time to be mean and make spirits do things, so I'm just going to call on someone who I've already been working with who might be more cooperative. Would it be fair to say he probably knows them already?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
The younger one is little Mika. Died within the last couple years. It's a young, tragic individual. It's always sad when a child dies.
Yeah.
The other one is Galinda. Older woman, met her end. Thought her family would be surrounding her in her final hours, but ultimately she was alone on her deathbed, neglected and forgotten. And they have both worked with you in the past, and they both look at you with the eyes of someone who, to some degree, trusts you.
He'll kind of he's very just content and happy. You know, just very passive with other people. He actually like gets a bright smile when he sees Mika, and would you be willing to give me another hand, Mika?
Yes. I'd be happy to.
Thank you.
Are we going to be spying on people?
Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of that. I have something specifically, a very special task for you, okay? I don't need you to put forth any energy in coming and influencing this side of the world. I just need you to keep eyes on someone for me.
Oh, yeah. Who do you? Yeah. What do you need me to do? It's just what kind of game are we playing?
You're gonna play. Let's see. We're gonna play Shadows. You're just gonna follow him around and imitate everything that he does. And if he does anything bad, you just come tell me, okay?
Okay. Shadows.
Shadows.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. And wherever he goes, you stay with him. And tomorrow, when the sun sets, come find me and tell me where he went, okay?
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, this will be a
and then-
fun game.
When you show up tomorrow, we'll go to the park, okay?
Oh, can we go to the park with the big tower?
Absolutely.
I've got new friends there.
Absolutely, we can do that. And he'll say, "Okay." He'll point toward where the doors are. He'll be coming out from the church. His car is right over there. Okay.
And which car are you pointing at?
Oh, actually, I apologize. That Lucas wouldn't have seen his car pull in, so he just points. He'll be coming out over there.
All right.
And then he will stand up and greet Galinda. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
He'll kind of. I don't know. He can sense them, but he can't really interact with them. But he'll feign like he's going to give her a hug, just because I imagine that's something that she wishes she could still experience.
The cold wave above that of the winter air rushes over you as the hug is returned.
Ma'am, I'm sorry to have to bother you, but thank you for coming. I'm on a pretty important job tonight, and knowing that I've got a little bit of backup on the other side would be nice. There's a couple of not so trustworthy individuals with their own agendas tonight, and I don't trust them not to toss me aside like a rag doll. So a little assistance from the other side would be appreciated. But if you don't have it in you tonight, I understand.
I think I can help. But do you want me to just watch the little one? Make sure she doesn't get into too much trouble.
Let her have her fun. If you see she's going to get into something she can't get out of, yeah, help her out if you wouldn't. But she should she should let her enjoy what fun she can have.
Okay. All right. Well,
and he is going to invite Galinda to tag along with him. This will take up the rest of his time that he asked for. But he is going to provide he is going to reach in his backpack and pull out a set of pliers. And he's going to say, "I offer this tribute to you, Galinda. May you feel the warmth. May you feel the physical world again." And he is going to reach in the back of his mouth and rip out 2 teeth. And then begin the host spirit ceremony.
all right. All right. You will have the spirit of Galinda within you for the evening.
Fantastic.
Whew.
Sorry for taking so much time, but thank you for letting me do that.
Of course. And necromancy is a nasty thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And I will get a little hungry from allowing the hosting to happen.
Nice.
Anybody else have anything that they would like to do during these 30 minutes?
I'm going to be quiet about it, but I'm also not using anything that's stopping me from being overtly obvious, except for just standing in the shadows. I'm watching this happen. If that's okay. I'm
totally down for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say you got a little bit of voyeurism going on right now.
You just see me talking to the air.
I just see you talking to the air and then rip out a couple of your own teeth, and I'm like, well, that kid's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, necromancy.
Gotta love it.
And they say I give people the creeps. Those fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
At least it wasn't awaken the homunculus spirit.
Yeah.
Homunculus servant. Oh, that one's nasty.
It's fun.
Yeah. I love it though.
Oh yeah.
I want a little shriveled up version of myself hanging around. Let's go.
All right. So, at the end of the 30 minutes, after you watch all this happen, everyone gathers out front. And you all can agree on what form of transportation you would like to take, whether or not you want to ride separately, ride together. It is your call.
My car is big enough to fit everybody, but it's up to you guys.
Sorry, I
will drive. I will drive myself. That is fine.
I'll ride with you. There's not enough seat on my bike for both of us. No, I was talking to the Nosferatu, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get into my car, there's like, I don't know, a year or two's worth of fast food containers just on the front, like on the passenger side. I'll just throw those onto the floor. And there's a lot of rattling, inconspicuous, just random guns with like post-it price tags. Just like rattling around in the back seat.
You have a lot of fun when the cops chase you, don't you?
Cops don't typically chase me.
He just looks at the pile of shaking guns. Shrugs.
Yeah, when my car starts, it makes the worst sounds you could possibly imagine.
It's got like the pig squealing sound of like a loose belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear something banging coming out of the back, puffs of black smoke.
That is probably not a person, but okay.
Maybe not. We'll find
if it is, I call dibs on what's left.
All right. Well then, a Nosferatu and a Hikata in a beat-up BMW and a Venture riding in style. You both go to the same location. I'm going to say, for simplicity's sake, the BMW leads, as only one member of the makeshift coterie was given an address. So
that would be me.
And Lucas, you are too young to be entrusted with the location of archives of important things yet. Sorry.
Understandable.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to identify the smell in my bus, and you're also not going to understand why I also have ants. But
I don't understand why you have fast food, but that's beside the point.
He's got to sell the visage, man.
Actually, I think he would ask. He'd be like, "So is the fast food? Is it just for like the image sake, or keeping up appearances?"
No, I just haven't cleaned out my car in a while.
There's enough insulation from the layers of fast food and various other things thrown around that the ants are able to survive in this BMW even in winter.
Yes.
My, oh my.
You haven't seen some of this packaging in years. Some of this packaging might be older than you.
He like rummages around and pulls out like a toy from McDonald's that came out in like the 90s. He's like, holy crap, I had one of these when I was a kid.
He's got one of the original Szechuan sauce packets in there still, unopened.
I'd say he has at least a dozen of those. He could make some money off of it.
Hell yeah. You probably hawk them on eBay. Probably got a chicken nugget that looks like Mother Teresa in there too somewhere.
Wait, if it's just been that long since you've cleaned your car, why is that medium fry look completely untouched?
Sentient.
As I'm pulling out, I'm just gonna look at you and go, "That shit's unnatural."
Shit's unnatural. Where they.
All right, so we're heading to the warehouse.
We're heading to the warehouse.
We can keep talking about my car if you guys want. That's fine.
I'm down.
We're heading to the warehouse.
Yes.
The image is burned into our minds. We're heading to the warehouse.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I love this. This is the kind of banter that makes this fun.
Oh, absolutely.
But
and Manfred was given the address, right?
Yep.
All right.
Only Manfred.
so I will follow you at a respectable distance.
Just try not to crash with the smoke. That's billowing out of my engine.
I'll try not to cramp your style.
All right. So, yeah, I'll just head straight there.
Making your way to the warehouse. The warehouse is of interesting design. It's 1970s style architecture. It's very simple. It's very to the point. Clean cut corners, clean cut angles, concrete, almost brutalistic in its style. Concrete's very few windows. There's a little bit of a decoration at the top of it. This is a recent edition of an artist made little carvings of wood that were adorned to it to make it look like the top of this warehouse is almost tree-like in its visage, looking like old, dried trees during the wintertime.
Fancy.
Ordinarily, this thing is pretty garish in the sunlight. It's a conflict of two very different styles of aesthetics, but in the nightlight, with the snow catching on the fake branches, it looks almost like it's as beautiful as the artist pictured in their mind when they made these editions. There's a loading door that is completely locked off, that's connected to a relatively well-maintained parking lot. There's a couple sparse cars parked there. There's some that look like they haven't moved in a long while, including oh no, I forgot the name of that famous East German car that all the hipsters like in Germany these days. But the point is...
Is it a Geo?
Oh, no. It's specifically something that was made by East Germany before the fall of the Berlin Wall. And for some odd reason, modern German hipsters fucking love these things. I can't remember what it's called. It has a cute name, but it's an ugly-ass car. Ugly as fuck. The wheels are stolen off of it, and it has just been left there to rot. But there's also a hearse parked in the parking lot and a couple bikes. As you make your way around to the front door, where one would normally enter, you see that one door is completely torn off the hinges. The other is barely hanging on, sort of swaying in the wind. And you see two figures dressed in extreme outerwear, hood pulled up, face masks on, looking at your approach.
All right. I'm going to park, get out of the car. I'm going to go ahead and say I have like a scarf that I throw over my face so I don't like bother too many people. And I'll wait for the other two to be ready to approach.
Sorry, I'm ready.
All right. Oh, sorry, did you have something you wanted to say, Bijan?
Yeah, I just, I arrived maybe like a minute after you guys get there.
Okay. By the time which you arrive and step out of your car, these two have already started walking towards the, what you can presume to be guards set to secure the site. The two individuals look at the two of you, and they speak. They're like, "Hey, what are y'all doing here?
Yeah,
what's your business?"
Anya sent us.
Anya?
Yeah.
The mother?
Yeah, the mother.
Oh, okay. Well, you got any verification of this? Just want to be sure.
I'll show them their address written down in her handwriting and hope they understand that.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Oh, fuck, shit. Yeah, you can go right on in.
Yeah, isn't it nice how she dots her eyes with a little heart?
It's an interesting touch. I guess that's she keeps herself entertained how she does. It's whatever you type to.
The fact that it's an anatomical heart is just fucking weird.
Yeah, it always kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies, to be honest. And like, how does she write so fast when she's drawing anatomically accurate hearts? Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Gil.
All right.
Killing me, dude.
Yeah. Well, and he just steps out of the way without another word,
Yeah.
and the other guy follows suit and just like looks at him with like a look of, "The fuck are you doing?"
Like he's not letting us through, or he's just like talking.
Oh
to the
no!
other guy?
Oh, he's letting you through. He's just like, "Why are you talking like an absolute idiot?" You can tell that one is more professional, but the more professional one did not get to be the person who spoke first. It was instead the guy who just says whatever the fuck is on his mind.
On their way in,
So,
Lucas looks at the one who's still quiet and hasn't said anything, and he's like, "I know, man. I thought the anatomical heart was a cool touch too." And just goes,
so entering into the warehouse, you see that there is. Actually, I'm going to say that the guard who was chatty goes with you, and he explains things.
Okay.
The first floor looks to be an Amazon warehouse. It is this is where things that are being used for shipping are kept. It's an interesting and a useful cover for what is actually going on here. The warehouse only operates during the daytime hours, after all, and so it's not uncommon for there to be people stalking a place during the nighttime. This entire building, he explains, is owned by Christopher Giovanni. But the interesting thing is, as he walks past these shelves with random crap nobody needs bought en masse during wintertime for Christmas, he points at pieces of tile gone from the floor that reveals a hidden basement staircase.
Huh.
What's interesting is they knew exactly where to go for this shit. So
I'm gonna
yeah.
elbow Lucas a little bit and be like, "Well, it looks like your theory might be panning out a little bit."
I was just about to tell you. It looks like you're going to get to step in on some Hakata business and wring a little bit of Giovanni neck.
Yeah, could be fun.
Yeah, I'll enjoy watching it if nothing else.
All right.
All right.
Do we head down there, or
unless anyone has any oppositions to going down there, he's going to lead your way into there.
Is Bijan with us?
Oh, Bijan, are you joining the others?
Yeah. I walked in and I just let all of the words go by and let them lead us in.
All right. Going down into the basement is a step above in the amount of money poured into this place, but also you definitely see signs of conflict. You see bits of dried blood stains on the ground. You can see cracks in the walls themselves, the concrete walls. There are glass cases of various items. You can see they seem to be cataloged and written down on, and each of the glass cases have writing on it, inscribed in dried vitae or in soot black ink, depending on the case, in various different languages. You can see some ancient Greek. You can see Latin. You can see Aramaic. You can see various different languages used in old practices, and old necromantic practices.
I was about to ask, do they appear to all be necromantic in origin?
From what you can tell, you've learned some. What language do you think you would be using for your practices? Greek or Latin? Probably Latin, right?
Probably Latin, yeah.
You can recognize pieces of Latin on some of the text. You can recognize the purpose of these things. Some are seals to keep items within safe. Some are seals to keep others from interacting with them.
Okay.
All of this is a matter of security for the items kept here. But what is notable is that there was a room at the far end. Again, door ripped off the hinges. And in this room that has a dangling, flickering light fixture, you can see inscribed all in intermixing of black suits, inky black ink, and dried vitae are runes all around what should be a centerpiece within the dead center of this room. But it is not there. There's layers of dust surrounding what was the circular base of the urn. But that's all that there is. There is no urn. And the guard goes, yeah, what's interesting is like they didn't touch any of this shit. They didn't touch anything else. They knew how to get into the basement, and they knew exactly where the urn was.
A smart person would have just stole a bunch of stuff with it, so that like at least they don't look like they were going for it specifically.
Unless it's also a setup.
Oh, who do you think?
Devil's advocating for against my own point earlier. But has anybody heard from Christoph?
Oh, Anya said that he was being punished.
Okay.
Yeah, Boss Man is meeting with the mother later on tonight, so.
You know what? I just had an idea. What if this isn't Hakata related at all?
Except for the victim of it.
Yeah, except for the person getting blamed for it right now. Does anybody... He'll turn to Bijan. I don't suppose you know Christoph's regular company that he keeps?
Christoph's? I can't say that I do.
Insight check.
Okay. You're making an insight check on him?
Yeah. I don't trust him any further than I could throw him.
That would be that'd be wits plus insight on your dice pool.
Okay.
And for Bijan, that would be composure and I've always composure and subterfuge.
Composure and subterfuge.
That is, if you're attempting to hide any information.
It depends if I actually know anything about Christoph.
Yeah. Christoph is a member of the local Giovanni. His sire is Anya Giovanni. And he enjoys dangerous living, and he has a lot of underworld connections. This is where he gets a lot of his wealth from. And he also gets a lot of his wealth from more front-facing business operations as well.
Do I know of any connections he has with the Anarchs? Potentially.
Make an intelligence plus politics roll. Or wits plus politics, whichever one you would like. I'd say with 3 successes, you know that he has had some business dealings. You've made it your business to know who's connected to who, at least to some degree. Though there are other things that take priority in your life, you certainly have kept an eye on members of the Hikata since they made away with the Venetian urn. So, yeah, he has some Anarch connections, mostly through joint business ventures.
Okay. So, yes, I would know some things about Chris.
And would you be hiding this?
Yes.
All right.
So,
Then I'm going to need
subterfuge.
that composure plus subterfuge, and from Lucas, I'm going to need that wits plus an insight.
I rolled 3. Damn.
I rolled 5.
Yeah, Fangs is on it tonight.
Oh yeah. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Do I see him like trying? Like, can I catch Lucas trying to read me?
There's no subtlety. Like he's not not trying to be subtle. He's very clearly like scanning your eyes with like this kind of morbid excitement in his own, and he's looking dead in the eyes, and then he looks at the corners of your mouth as you speak, and just kind of nods.
I deliberately give him ticks that point towards deception.
Ooh.
Ooh. The thick plottins.
Do I know Christoph at all? Has he been like a customer of mine or anything?
Well, you know that Christoph?
Yeah.
That was. Wait, who was that talked real quick? Just wanted.
Oh, it was me. It was Mekhet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Christoph has bought weapons from you in the past.
Okay.
He's valued your services. He pays really well. He's got fucking stacks. So.
All right. So what exactly are we trying to do here with Christoph? Like, is he's alive? Like, we know that, right?
Assuming everything we were
Anya said that he was being punished for failing to keep the urn secured.
But I get to thinking.
Perhaps we should ask Anya where Christoph is, so we can talk to him.
I still need to case this place for any wandering or local spirits that might have witnessed what took place, but...
Oh, by all means, you do the voodoo that you do.
Yeah, do you want me to... the guard speaks up. Do you want me to get in touch with some folks back at the temple? See if Christoph's there?
That'd be helpful. While Junior here's doing his thing, that'd be nice.
No problemo. And he just walks off. He pulls out a smartphone and makes the call.
I guess I'll go ahead and do my casing of the place.
Would you like to?
The existence of Manfred. The existence of a smartphone implies the existence of a dumb phone.
You know what? That's good. What were you? What was Bijan saying?
Bijan turns to Manfred. Would you like to perform a more mundane casing of this place while he tampers with the spirits?
Absolutely, sounds fun.
Yeah. Well, any who are investigating via more mundane ways, that would be either intelligence or wits plus investigation. Your choice as to which.
Okay. We're going to go with wits and investigation for me. That will be a total of 3 dice because I do not have wits. I do not have investigation.
I'm going to actually blood search.
Oh, shit. Have at it.
I got 2 successes.
I got a critical success. 4 successes total. But none of them were hunger.
Hot damn. Okay. Well then. I will first give you your information, and then I will circle back to Lucas.
Good.
We're going to go in order from Manfred to Bijan, and then Lucas.
Okay. Yeah,
Manfred,
I'm just sitting there looking at things going, interesting. Just not finding anything.
This crap looks really weird.
This floor is below us.
There's signs of violence.
Okay.
taken with care not to damage anything around, and there's only one item missing. You don't find anything much beyond that, other than the fact that there was violence and only one item is missing, and there was care taken not to damage any of the casings for anything else. Now then, Bijan, what you see with your critical success, look at you with the good dice. You can tell that based on the placement of everything, based on the placement of the bloodstains and the proximity to the door, the people inside did not have much time to move or react. You've seen placements of guards. You've had guards around the Mithraean compound. I mean, you've been head of security there. So you know how you place guards. They did not get a chance to move from their posts before they were knocked the fuck out. So this was over in a matter of seconds from the moment the basement door opened. And Lucas, if you wouldn't mind making a roll to summon spirits, you can tell that some of these items are fetters, by the way.
Ooh, okay. I want to start, if it's okay, can I start with just doing a standard Sense the Unseen for any spirits that may just naturally be here?
Sure.
In and outside the building, right?
Go for it.
Okay, and I will blood surge for this. Okay, do not get hungrier. Also got 4.
At 4 successes, you see the image of the outline of a man. His features are sort of distorted and lost, like the shadow is sort of smoothing over and eliminating some of his facial features. But this is the spirit of someone who's been dead for a long time and is getting closer and closer to oblivion. But here they are in the Skinlands, all the same. And you see them just angrily glaring. You can feel the malice in them, just angrily glaring at one of the glass cases that is inscribed in inky black ink. I need to think of a better way to say inky black ink. Anyways.
Inky black
murky black ink?
There you go, murky black ink.
Thank you, murky black ink. I appreciate that.
Dark gel pen.
Dark gel pen. The Hikata now canonically use dark gel pens. Anyways.
Glitter gel pen.
This man is glitter. God damn it. This man, this specter, is glaring angrily at one of the cases. It takes a moment before it realizes that you are looking right at it, and instead it is glaring at you. But it remains silent.
He'll kind of walk up and stand next to his hands in his pockets, just looking at the glass case that it's staring at. What's in the case?
It's mine. That was mine. Stolen.
He'll kind of lean in closer to see what it is that is behind it.
What you see is... it is a silver locket. Bits of the parts that are somewhat tarnished with age. It could use a very good polishing. But you can see there's a little switch at the top of it that can reveal that it would open. Whatever this is, you can... I'm going to say with those pieces of information, you can assume that this is a picture locket. Very old. It has to be at least over a century old, maybe 2.
Ooh.
And whatever is in it, it's a picture of something dear to the spirit. And you can assume that this is his fetter.
Okay. Do you know your name?
I'm on the other side of the room. It's a locket. Stop talking to it.
name.
Kid over here is talking to jewelry. The fuck?
It is what the Hekata do, man. They have to communicate with spirits somehow.
Oh, he's talking to ghosts? Shit.
Yes, did you not pick up on that earlier?
I don't fucking know.
Don't remember my name. Taken from me. Used to be someone.
Would you like to feel like someone again?
What's your game?
No game.
No game.
No game. You can
Not
see the
like...
you can see the woman with me, right? Ask her if I play games or if I'm true.
Does it lie? Does it speak truth? And? If I understand Host the Spirit properly, let me look at it.
Would the spirit following me that's literally playing a game called Shadow say something about playing a game?
Wait, what?
Would the spirit that's following me literally playing a game called Shadow say anything about playing games?
I don't think you'd hear it, but
No, I wouldn't.
I mean, she's just playing her game. And, I mean, if Lucas looks back at her, she is definitely trying not to make eye contact with this old and angry spirit. But the woman is going to use your mouth, your lips, your voice to speak. And what you all hear is you just hear Lucas's best impression of a little old lady saying, I'm gonna send you the line to say if you would like to say it.
Yeah.
oh, fun.
There you go.
I'll give it a shot.
Lucas possessed. Here we go.
And he doesn't resist her. He allows her to do this. I got it. While I'm waiting for the line to arrive, I have to get this out of my system, or I'm gonna mess it up. Just, I've been smoking for 42 years. All right, I'm sorry. I had to get that out of my system.
All right.
So this is Lucas's attempt at sounding like an old woman. Okay. So
You sound like the SpongeBob chocolate lady.
yeah. So Lucas has a very soft, very just a very kind of calm tone naturally, but his voice will take on a little bit more of a rasp and just. He is a kind young man. He helps, not like those other cocksuckers. The two of you can see from the other side of the room, like he kind of shakes his head a minute and just.
Is there anything visibly different when this happens to you? Like, do your eyes glow, or like, or do you just look? Do you just like take on like a hunched, like elderly posture or anything like that?
He stiffens up, and then when he relaxes, he hunches like an old woman, and like you can even see his left hand moves to his side like he's holding a cane.
Well, she speaks for you. Would like to feel something again.
I can let you. You just have to be willing to work with me. I don't force you. I won't force you to do it.
What do you need?
He'll kind of nod and look to the other side where the theft, like where the urn would have been. I take it you saw what happened with the theft.
Saw it all. Got what's coming to them.
I'm sorry.
Man in a suit. Two others, leather jackets, came in. Over in a moment. Moved fast. Punched hard. Man in the suit. Pointed at the door. And then they broke it down and took that thing in it.
They took the thing.
Yeah. Fucking pottery.
I would like to make a deal with you.
Yeah.
Come with me. And show if you saw them, would you know them again?
Yeah. I know their faces.
Okay. I would ask that you come with me and point them out to me. We're looking to find the people who did it, and we don't know who they were. But you could seriously help me figure that out. And if you do, we can go anywhere that you want to go. And I can try to help ease some of that anger and see if we can't get your name back. Help you find that name. If you want.
I want my locket back.
Lucas is going to look at the case. Is there any clear indication of like not a mystical means, but a mundane means of easily retrieving the locket?
Let's say investigate plus intelligence.
Okay. A modest die pool for him. 3 successes.
Okay. With 3 successes? There are latches at the back of it. The latches are not locked. It seems as though the nature of the protections on these things are meant primarily to prevent spirits from interacting with them. A way to safeguard fetters for later use.
Okay. Looking at this detection with binding the with detecting fetters, is there anything odd about it? Like, is it, like, because Lucas's rudimentary understanding of what this place is a place for dangerous things, and he's not quite trusted with that, with all that knowledge yet. But does it feel different or seem different to him in any way?
I'd say it definitely feels heavy. It feels like the accumulated weight of age and emotional energy poured into an object. It's like how they say, if you hold something in anger, it carries the anger with it.
Mm.
Now imagine 200 years of anger poured into a single object. This is a spirit. This is the fetter of a spirit that is dangerously close to losing itself to oblivion. That is a hairline away from its shadow. This is the sort of thing you send to enact violence. This is the sort of thing that is old and powerful. This is a spirit that has learned how to physically influence the skinned lands.
Mm.
Interesting.
So this is very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Damn near.
What'd you say, Fangs?
I said damn near Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous. But awesome.
Do you, okay, you want your locket. I'll be honest with you. I can't promise that I can get it soon. But if you cooperate with me, I will work toward obtaining it for you. Can you be patient just a little longer?
He glares at you. I would like for you to make a charisma plus persuasion roll, and I'm going to make a composure roll for him.
Okay. I would also like to blood surge.
Hell yeah.
The things you drop that in, you drop that little hell yeah in at the most just perfect. Your timing is impeccable, and it gets me every time.
I'm glad I can entertain.
Oh. The purpose of this roll is the more successes you get, the easier it'll be to keep him from flipping the fuck out.
Okay, I will spend a willpower on this as well.
Very important. Last thing we need is a flailing spirit inside of the A warehouse.
I would say
At 5.
with okay. I was going to add half of your successes over to his roll. He needed to make 5. So there we go. You barely managed to convince him to go along with your plan. You see, for a moment, he tenses up, just shadowy tendrils like flare off from the corners of his frame. He's rearing up like he's about to just take a swing at you, but then he punches the glass to no effect, and he just screams viscerally loud, shrill, hurting your ears, but finally he speaks. Fine. You will keep your word.
I will.
All right. You've got another spirit in tow with you. You're up to 3.
Woo!
Gotta catch 'em all.
Oh my god, I was about to say that.
That's it, guys. Lucas is just the morbid Ash Ketchum.
Heck yeah. Ghost Pokemon for the win.
Yep.
Just throwing fetters at people. Ghost
Just-
pops out, says its name, starts attacking.
Heck yeah. Spiritmon, use Fetter Attack.
Glenda, I
Johan.
choose you.
Oh,
So yeah, Lucas will just stay close to me, and whenever we get where you think you know whenever you see the people, just let me know. I'd appreciate it if you'd hang out and stay with me. You can walk with us, join us wherever you want to go, or wherever we go. But I do need you to try to contain yourself. I know that you feel very angry. That's understandable. So, just be cooperative, and I promise to hold up my end of the deal. And he'll turn and look to the other guys.
so do we get any of that like residual emotion or energy from that spirit almost going nuts, or no?
Actually, yes, you do. The longer the conversation goes on, the colder the room gets. If anyone wants to make an intelligence plus occult roll, you can. If not, well, I'm just going to continue with the description. The longer the interaction goes, the colder the room gets, and you feel in your hearts like something tugging at you. Like there's something whispering to your beast saying, freak the fuck out and destroy shit. But you remain calm.
I got 0.
And
I got 1. Damn, triple ones, bro. What the hell?
Manfred is like, I have no idea what the fuck just happened. Ghost shit. Fuck this ghost shit. I'm gonna stick to throwing them guns.
Now, as Lucas is sitting there talking, when he looks up, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna just like suddenly turn and start looking at something else, and be like, "Oh, this is neat." like act like I was not just like slack jawed staring at him the entire time it was happening. Manfred doesn't believe in ghosts.
Oh, that's hilarious.
John, I'm gonna give this to you. I'm gonna give it to you in the sense that you know that you've heard ghost stories and shit like that, how ghosts draw energy from the air and from electronics. So something was happening, something was drawing energy. That's all you know from that.
People need to close the fucking window in this place.
No, I believe it was something else.
Turn off the AC?
No, it's something that Lucas was doing. Sometimes the manipulations of the other world, it can be subtle, and sometimes it can be a little bit more manifested.
Oh, that's right. You're superstitious.
Superstitious?
Yeah. No offense. I honor your superstitions. That is what we are supposed to say.
Indeed, but you don't truly
there's
believe.
nothing superstitious about it.
No, Absolutely, and I'll turn and I'll give a wink towards Lucas. Nothing superstitious about anything he's doing.
I do too.
Anything that Lucas is doing or I'm doing?
Oh, nobody, nothing, everything's fine. This guy's a little
Do you know? Wait, are you trying to tell
Spirits
me?
do exist.
Are you
Manfred.
trying to tell me, Manfred, that you don't believe in the dead or ghosts?
I mean, we're here.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Where do you? So we can exist, but the human soul cannot reside after life?
I think he just dropped, what did they say? A bomb on you there, my friend.
I mean, whatever. Like, so what'd the necklace tell you?
He just chuckles.
Voivode. It is okay. The subject is quite
I'll turn and look back over my shoulder at the shadow. And you can see Lucas seems to be nodding along, like, and then he'll turn and recite the exact descriptions of every single person that was in the room that was involved in this. Guys in suits, dudes in leather jackets. They hit fast. They move fast and hit hard. All that. Sounds
Yes,
like
from my casing of the place, I noticed that they were able to enter and get the job done with such quickness that the posted guards did not even have a chance to react. And the only way that can happen is if they had exact information, detailed information, and perhaps some ability.
I can't believe how rude I am. He'll turn and look back to the empty space behind him, and he'll. I'm Lucas, and do you have something you want me to call you?
Whatever.
I will also introduce myself to the necklace.
You see the specter watch as Manfred walks past him and talks to the necklace.
Like, I'm Manfred.
What did he just say? Whatever. He didn't care.
He said whatever.
Okay. I'm gonna just.
I'm going to step in as storyteller and say, "This is the time when the guard comes back into the room." It's like, "Oh, is it fucking cold in here?" Got off the phone. Got off the horn. Yeah. Christopher's at the temple. Talking. Yeah.
I gotta see if I can get him to arm you guys better.
Oh shit! Yeah, that'd be great. All they got is like this fucking pussy 9mm and a wooden stake. That's all I got, really.
You guys don't need something that weak. We'll get you all set up. I promise.
I can't believe that.
I mean, all the guys with the good shit were already here. They were the ones that got hit. I'm just, I'm day shift usually.
Okay, so Kristoff was not protecting the relic of a progenitor with 9mm pistols.
Yeah, what were they using?
Oh no, day shift. We got the 9mm. The other folks, they got the whole fucking shebang. They got like fucking shotguns and shit, and helmets, and yeah, they just don't give as noticeable shit to the day shift. We gotta like blend in.
Right.
But the night shift's all out cold, so I'm here, and I'll fucking run on coffee tomorrow.
All right. Well, then that.
We could go back to the temple and see if Kristoff has confessed any new information. Maybe he remembered some details that were a little too fuzzy before his meeting.
Hmm. It would probably be
Alright.
best if we could question Christoph directly.
So we driving back to the church.
We don't really have anywhere else to go unless Phantom wants to tell me. Was there anything more that you could identify on them? Any symbols, patches, tattoos, marks?
That's some stupid shit.
Hmm.
Wear identifying markers when you hit a place. The hell.
Yeah. Just leather jackets and fucking ski masks. Wait, I got my voices confused. I
You're
was
good.
doing the shadow with the
I'm
fucking guard
I'm
voice.
impressed by the voices. You're good.
No, yeah, your voices are great.
Yeah.
They all feel incredibly distinct, and I love it.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Leather jackets, ski masks, man in a suit. No big identifiers.
What did the man in the suit look like?
Greased back hair, black hair. Looked I don't know. He looked had like looked like fucking gray suit with stripes. He had vacant eyes.
Vacant eyes. Storyteller.
If you want to make a sorry. Yes?
Yeah, I was just going to ask a very pointed question, and then I will be happily make any other rolls if the answer to my question is no. What does Tony look like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
let's make a roll. Let's just do an intelligence roll.
Okay, intelligence.
Just flat intelligence.
Okay.
Is out of curiosity, is this is this like memory?
Yeah.
Memory.
Memory is
Good.
memory is typically intelligence plus insight. Not trying to be a butt. Just pointing it out.
Yeah, I was looking at the sheet and I was thinking of a way to add dice to it. And yeah, you're right. Intelligence is usually intelligent. Memory is usually intelligence plus insight. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
As soon as
Sometimes
the
those
words
mechanics.
left my
I gotta get at least one butt actually moment in the game. It's
Yeah.
well, actually,
Actually, I'm gonna actually his actually to recall knowledge. It's a wits composure roll. Actually, I'm just fucking.
Oh.
It is, but I don't
is it?
care.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was intelligence insight.
Nope. It's I couldn't tell you for the life of me what page number it's on, but there is I believe it's wits composure, or maybe it's intelligence composure, but I'm pretty sure it's wits composure.
Huh.
But either way, I'm
You know
fine
what,
with the intelligence insight. Is fine.
let's do fuck it. Let's do wits composure. I'm just gonna make the difficulty a little bit higher.
Okay.
But
Fair enough.
Memory check.
Do I want a blood surge, but I don't know that Lucas would, so I'm not going to. I will willpower, however, just because.
Yeah.
Successes.
All right. With that many successes, you have the sinking suspicion to ask one more question to confirm your suspicion.
Okay. What does
Because
he
right
sound
now,
like? What accent did he have?
talked funny, sounded American,
Mm-hmm.
New Yorker, maybe.
I'm gonna tap Lucas on the shoulder. What kind of guns did they have? Ask the necklace that.
Oh, I don't know. It depends. He's gonna lean into Manfred really, really close, and whisper into Manfred's ear. Depends on what guns you sold Tony.
You think
Oh, I don't think.
what? The necklace said it was Tony.
He just kind of. Yep. Well, he didn't say it was. You tell me another tall pinstripe suit wearing greased back black hair with a funny American New Yorker style accent that you know with really well armed guards who might just be a dirty bastard.
Yeah, you might have something there. So, what do we do?
So it was an inside joke.
Putinesca, not really inside. Especially he's an American Putinesca, so he's not really one of us.
Oh,
I mean, that's just the way I understand how this stuff goes.
God damn it, Kid's a good customer too.
Yeah, well.
division amongst the
Hey!
Hikata already.
Stop with your political backstabbing. Manfred, you get to try out some of your new stuff, though. You get to test it out, display it. You're going to have tons of buyers after this.
That's true. Think I have time to set up like a webcam or something first?
I mean, I can use my phone.
That'll work.
I'll record it for you.
That'll work. I just need to see how big of a hole it leaves, and kind of,
Okay. I can't do anything. I can't interfere. However, Phantom over here, Shadow, whatever he wants to go by, is not a member of the Hikata and doesn't particularly like us. So, you know, he can
Why
give
can't you
backup.
interfere?
because it's a family thing.
I thought you just said not to worry about the political aspects of things.
No, I said don't. I said don't worry about your political backstabbing. Specifically,
There's
your
no-
political backstabbing.
Let's see.
You're trying to make this a matter of Hikata incompetency and a matter of we are not
Well,
capable.
tell me this, young Lucas. How is this not a sign of incompetency?
I mean, the guy's
Did
from
you
America.
do you
guy's
not
from
know?
America.
Do you not know exactly what happened with the urn the first time they achieved it? Was that not something that they told all of you?
Well, I take it
The answer to that question is that they did not share all the details. An elder returned, and consequences were experienced.
Okay. Okay. First of all, Silent forgot what he was about to say. I remember now. Well, whatever it was, I take it they didn't use it to summon the sun god. So,
No, they did not use it to. They did not use it to summon a sun god, Lucas. They used it to summon. They used it to summon another entity that could be just as powerful as the legendary Mithras, and it went wrong.
blasphemy against our Lord and Savior Mithras.
That has
I'm
nothing
sorry.
to do with blasphemy against
I'm
Mithras.
sorry. I'm sorry. I just
I'm
really,
doing you a little. I'm doing you a bit of a favor here to give you some information that you could find useful for yourself, young Lucas.
okay. You see, he actually makes an effort to kind of rein in his youthful arrogance.
You know more than I on the effects of dealing with these kinds of things, spirits, creatures of the dead. The urn, as you know, belonged to the great late Giovanni Augustus,
Yep.
which used that urn to not only collect souls, but to summon them as he needed to. When the Hekata first got hold of this urn, they attempted to raise one Constancia of Clan Cappadocius. Someone just as old, if not potentially older, than Mithras himself. And this did not go well. That spirit put into a body was so malformed, so old, wretched, and destroyed that it could not contain itself. And a risen had plagued the city of Munich for some nights because of this sheer incompetency in dealing with these spirits. A
And I
clan who has
suppose,
touted itself as being skilled
but
in such things.
I suppose the Ventru clan are gonna handle that better somehow.
My clan is inconsequential. It has nothing to do with the Ventru clan.
Well, if I mean, hey,
I'm just letting you know as to the depth of the consequences that surround this earth.
and I will admit,
Just so you know.
I don't know what part you played, and I'm sure you probably played a very pivotal role in just putting a total stop to that horrific monster, right?
No, I did not.
Oh,
That monster was for the clan to keep up with and
I
clean.
see. I see. So,
So should
But I'm
we?
giving you
So should
I'm
we head
giving you
out and
this
get
information.
Tony? Or?
yeah, we will.
We can. If he is the culprit, then we must deal with him. Anya did say that if it was found to be an inside job, that me and Manfred were to be the ones to deal with him, correct?
Yeah, I can't by family rules. And for the record, Bijan, when that event took place, I was still laying in a hospital bed.
Very good.
So
And
if the world,
there's a reason why I wanted to tell you this information, young Lucas, is because I have belief in the young generations that exist. And for far too long, those of us that are considered to be nothing but fledglings in the eyes of our betters have been kept in the dark, out of the loop of the most important things. But as one of the tenets of the Mithraic belief is to foster the young so that they may grow, I believe this is something that I can do for you. So that when you come to a point where you really see what this power is, which no doubt you will, you'll be more better prepared to handle it, better than the ones that came before you.
you see, he takes that in. He like actually lets that kind of sink in for a minute. You want the urn to be in better hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? And you believe that the youth deserve a chance?
Indeed.
How many of my cousins do you think could have walked in here and politely asked a sliver of human remain centimeters from oblivion to cooperate and help the living, or worse, the undead?
Not many, Lucas. Not many. It was actually quite impressive. I obviously couldn't see anything you were doing, but I could tell that whatever you were dealing with was actually quite volatile. As soon as the effects started taking place around us, the air getting cold, the uneasy feeling that Manfred was very easy to display for us.
Yeah, he kind of like puts that his hand behind his head and scratches. Like, yeah, I kind of get used to that. I don't notice it as much.
But you were able to handle it. And that is quite impressive.
The rest of my clan would see these spirits as nothing more than tools.
And you don't see them then.
No. I know the secrets to make them do what I want, but I don't have to use them. If somebody is fit to safeguard it, it should be somebody who will use it to actually improve. a lot of things, quite frankly. I the amount of spirits that I deal with on a nightly basis just in Munich is immense. Imagine how much good I could do with the ability to give closure to spirits all over the world. Give closure to the humans who are still grieving. That's really cool, for lack of a better word.
I would
Yeah.
like to briefly pause this conversation to circle over to Manfred, who's been listening to this. I would like to know what you are thinking about what's being said, how you feel, what you're doing, anything of the sort.
Manfred probably keyed out about a minute ago. I would love to say that Manfred was able to follow what was going on, but mostly he's just kind of looking around the warehouse at this point.
So when the Venture started monologuing and the snappy kid stopped biting back, that was when he checked out.
Yeah. Because for a little while there, I was sitting there going like, you know what? If you guys want to settle this, we can go outside. I'll give you guys some guns. We'll see what happens. We'll do a duel. But once you guys started having an understandable conversation, yeah, I checked out.
Oh no, they're actually going to be adults.
I don't get any money from adults. I get money from idiot kids who want guns.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll still take the gun.
So, Bijan, might I present the perspective of a younger generation and say that if you are indeed going to manipulate the narrative and bargain and try to trade for this artifact, that you make a notion to Anya that I oversee the urn, and I will, as a reward, or as my end of the bargain, we'll call it, I will permit the Mithrium under observation, purely scholastic access. All the scholastic access you could need. I'm sure Anya will have terms too. He kind of rolls his eyes.
Yes, I'm sure Anya will have her own terms as well, but
the ball's in your court there, Super Chief. So, Manfred, should we go test out your new toys?
Like on each other, or go find Tony? Like, what's going on?
No, let's go find Tony.
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
No, we're gonna go find.
Yeah,
we're gonna go find Tony.
Either or
he's
works.
the actual problem.
So, like on the way back, Lucas is sitting in the passenger seat with his phone, like kind of in front of Manfred, just being like, "You like this filter or this filter?" You know?
I mean, he looks down at your phone and he kind of like pulls out his, which is this cracked brick Nokia from like 2001. And he's like, I mean, it's better than mine, so whatever.
We are picking this up back at the church.
Okay.
A car ride with purpose, with a clear destination in mind and a clear goal to accomplish. Tony Putineska, as far as all evidence presently points, may have orchestrated an inside job to steal a vitally important and valuable relic of the clan founder. How do you all approach once you pull up at the temple?
Well, the bus squeals to a halt. I'm imagining like a really, really bad backfire too. But I'm gonna turn to Lucas and be like, "All right, what's the play, kid? He's your cousin."
And you see, he's kind of spaced out, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I was just thinking about how doubly funny your joke about 1 in 5 necromancers was now." The poor man. Is the Venetian urn the blue pill of never mind.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. So, we should probably think. Is just gonna look in the back seat. Is Shadow back there?
Absolutely, and Shadow is glaring at you.
Yeah, understandable. Okay,
Yeah,
Shadow.
when I see him look in the back, I'm just like, do you need something that's back there?
No. Nope. Everything I need is more than capable of exiting from the back itself. Just needed to make sure he was ready.
I'm gonna check my stock. What the fuck's going on back there?
I love that you play a
Everything
skeptic Nosferatu in a Hakata dinner plot. I love it.
They're just, they're delusional. It's fine.
They're
So
delusional.
Hakatas aren't really a clan. They're just an off branch of the Malkavian who all have similar traits.
Eh.
They are very
Okay.
delulu.
So looking back into the back seat, into the back of the van, you see that everything is exactly as you left it, but it really feels like you need to fix the heater in this thing because it must have gone out sometime during the ride out here.
Okay.
Lucas,
It's
does
hot.
Lucas take notice of you being like looking at the heater? You like slap the dash any?
Slap the dash?
Like
Yeah, try to get it to work.
Feels like the heater's not working. You like hit the dash or anything?
Oh, I don't care. I'm dead.
No.
I probably don't turn the heater on anyway when I'm driving. Conserving battery power for the car and all that.
Smart. We
Smart.
should probably wait for Bajan, I think.
I won't be too far behind you guys. So whenever you guys pull up to the temple, I'll pull probably like a minute behind you.
Yeah. We're just chatting about what we're supposed to do until you get there.
Yeah.
Well, I show up and I get out of my car and pull out a nice cane, an ornate cane of sorts.
All right. I'm going to get out of the car, open up the slide panel, and have my bounty on display. If anybody needs anything, now's the time.
What do you have? What is this?
Let me... I'm going to send... I just want people's reactions from this. I'm going to put a link in the chat.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm picturing like Sam and Dean Winchester opening up their trunk.
Oh, it's so much worse. And you
God.
you as the ST have 100% power to tell me no on some of this shit.
Nah, fuck it. You got it.
I
got
just looked
You
up.
Congratulations.
This is
we all just made
your
it onto
haven?
an entirely new
Yeah,
watch list.
I sleep right on top of it.
This is
Sleep right on top of it.
This is where you keep everything you have of value.
Yes.
This is where you conduct your business. In order to conduct your business, you need your stock. In order to have your stock, it needs to be right with you as you pull up to make a sale. And the opening of the sliding van door makes a statement. All sorts of old Russian weapons and new Russian weapons just littered about. We have Kalashnikovs, we have explosives, we have grenades, we have RPGs, we have submachine guns, we have heavy pistols, light pistols, hunting rifles. There is one very curiously placed cane that has been reworked into a makeshift firearm that can get through security.
Ooh. Ceramic barrel, very nice.
That is a special item that you've been working on.
The look on his face right now, you can only assume is pride, but you really can't tell. It's just he's so distorted.
Me likey.
You know what's really... I just had a realization. You know what's really funny? Lucas looks like he should require a cane to walk.
Because you look so sickly.
Yeah, because he looks like he barely stand and hold his own weight. Yeah.
I hold my cane out, which looks like it's very ornate, like black and gold trimmed like cane with like a sun knob on top, kind of a thing. And he twirls it around a little bit and unsheathes the blade inside of it. This is the only thing I have. I suppose I don't have anything quite as fancy as a gun cane.
I don't really know if I can be a part of this metaphorical dick measuring contest, but I have a 200-something-year-old ghost.
Oh, I'm not. I am not measuring any dicks. I was actually lamenting that my cane did not stack up to this one.
Oh.
I wish I had a gun cane.
I mean, the guy sells, you know.
But it seems like this is the only one here.
This is my sales stock.
What's your time to bust a Putinesca stock?
I usually tell people to pick something that looks like it's their style.
I will have you know that unless you decide to park just outside of view of the temple, the robed temple attendants are outside looking at all of this with great confusion.
Oh yeah, we should probably not do this right in front.
Honest to God, I imagined that it's just right in the front, like right smack dab in front of the front door. And Lucas is just standing in the middle of the two doors being open, being like, yep, that's a lot of guns.
Now, there are actually a surprising number of gun canes online.
That's funny.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I figured there would be.
So yeah,
They are a thing, but not one that's specially made to get through security and to not let off metal detectors and shit.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna have to worry about this at the church.
Probably not. No.
All you have to do is think about what gun you want to bring into the church.
Yeah, well.
Can we help you? One of the attendants, the younger woman, walks up with a timid voice.
I'm just gonna turn. I'm just gonna turn, look at her, and go, "No, we're just trying to make a decision. Go back to what I'm doing."
Lucas is gonna step up to her. Just, this is important business on Madam Mother Anya's request.
Oh, okay.
What am I
heard that you've arrived?
What am I getting at a sense the beast with these people? Are these human or are they kindred?
These are humans.
Oh, I'm just gonna look at them in cloud memory.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
They're humans. They're humans dressed in the robes of cult members. But you're welcome to just like cloud their memories. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll just do cloud memory on them and shut the door.
Okay. They They forget that they ever saw any firearms.
Lucas will, while they're in that kind of fugue state of dominate, he's just gonna walk them back to their post and be like,
what's going on?
Oh, I was just asking you if any of our guests have left yet.
Oh, we're looking for Tony. Is Tony here?
You have
Tony?
Yes. Where is Sir Tony?
I think Tony's still inside.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
The masked ones have already left, but
that's okay. I hope.
Sorry, I didn't see him leave.
Hey, you don't look like you feel good. You should probably take a seat.
I'm gonna sit down for a second.
Yeah, you might want to just sit down.
Lucas is gonna turn and look at you two. Like, you realize I can talk to ghosts. Where is the subtlety in yelling the guy's name when there are some of us who can hear?
Well, I was talking to Tony earlier. I need to talk to him again. What's the problem?
Well, you two girls finish your shopping. I'm gonna go talk to my cousin.
Should we talk to Mother Anya first? Let her know what's going on, or is this like a surprise? Hey, we did it thing.
No, I think we should talk to
Yes, I believe we should talk to Miss Anya first to let her know.
I was just going to make sure that Tony wasn't getting ready to leave yet.
I could, if you wish to talk to Anya, I could keep Mr. Tony busy.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to do it, Lucas.
I do, but I'll go talk to Mother Anya. It's probably for the best.
What do you guys want me to do?
Probably. You can come with me to keep Mr. Tony busy.
All right, yeah, I guess
maybe
I'll business with him anyway.
how about this? Maybe you can offer him some look at your wares.
We could do that.
I'm sure that stature of a man would love to take a peek.
Bijan. Actually, Manfred.
What?
You might be more talented. No offense. You might be more equipped for this task. In just over his heart, there's something in a coat pocket, or like a blazer pocket.
Okay.
Do you think you could lift that off of him without him noticing?
I mean, I could probably grab it, but
right.
I'm not too good at the stealth and stuff.
Look at Bijan.
I look at you when you say that, and I'm say, seriously?
What?
Never mind.
What?
Never mind.
He has a feather.
Never mind.
Guys, he has a feather in his pocket.
Okay.
If he has a feather, he has a spirit attached to it, and he's not just packing firearms, more than likely.
Yeah, that is very true. Even the Putineska have some pull with these kinds of things, do they not?
Mm-hmm. Especially if he has the urn.
You seem talented enough, though. Could you potentially pull that spirit from him?
If I had access to the fetter. I'd have to have the fetter to steal control away.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Wraiths or ghosts are connected to feathers?
Think of it this way. A ghost or a spirit is tied to the mortal realm through some sort of actual object that held some importance to them while they were alive. And that is what is a fetter.
And this one's a feather.
No, it's likely a pocket watch of some kind.
No, it's called a fetter. Fettr.
Oh, okay. Sorry, misheard you.
It is just that is the name of it. You know, like fate's fetters, something that holds you down.
I mean, do you think I could just ask to see it?
I mean, he'd have.
You know, Tony might just be stupid enough to do it.
If you can get if you can pass it away from him without him being any wiser to it, I would need a few minutes to pull the spirit out of his grasp. So it's probably not feasible, but just keep it in mind.
How about before we
take it? That's all I'm saying.
How about we confirm this first before anything happens? You said that your spirits or the individuals that you had under your sway knew who did the deed, and they'll be able to tell you what they look like if they saw them.
Yep.
So let's start there first.
He'll look to Phantom.
Phantom looks at you and nods.
Okay. Just stay close to me. If you stay close to me, none of the rest of them will bother you.
All right. Let's get this over with.
He'll, and then he'll, as he's kind of like shuffling around in the same space to get, making sure he's got everything that he may need. He's just gonna kind of lean and peek to see if he can see Mika.
Mika is there, exactly mimicking Bijan's posture, all the way down to the expression on his face.
but a little bit exaggerated.
Lucas full on laughs. He just starts laughing.
Something funny?
Lots of things are funny. Time to go.
I have a stupid question for our ST.
No, okay.
I have a stupid answer.
Awesome. I love stupid
Alrighty.
answers. So I gave you that link with everything that I have. And is there anything on there that I'm not allowed to have?
I'm going to look at the link again real quick.
I'm specifically thinking about things towards the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, like anti-tank guided missiles.
No,
manned portable air defense.
No, not at all, actually. Something a lot smaller. I'm looking at the landmines.
Landmines. Yeah, you are allowed to have landmines.
Is there any chance that I might have like a ballistic vest?
You can have a ballistic vest.
So if I took the metal plating out of that vest and I put the, I don't know, the anti-personal directional claymore inside of it?
You could absolutely do that. A little bit of information about a claymore. It will have a backfire on it. It will cause burning, aggravated fire damage to your torso if you have it set up like that.
Absolutely. I want to show Tony my new ballistic vests.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Because I figured those claymores are about the size of the metal plating inside of ballistic vests. So, like, if I just close the Velcro back over that thing, he'll never even fucking notice.
That's hilarious.
I actually have fired off claymores in my life. It is former military. It is a little bit thicker than a ballistic plate.
That's actually my selling point. Is look how much thicker this is.
You can absolutely do that, but just so you know, when that thing goes off, it will damage you, and you would know this. But it will absolutely damage the person in front more.
Yeah, I'm thinking
there's a minimal safe distance. You got to be behind it.
Okay.
So you need to be wearing a vest too.
I think I need to roll an intelligence plus firearms check.
Yeah. Go ahead. Make that roll. Intelligence plus firearms.
Okay.
Go for it.
I'm sorry. This just popped into my head.
It's okay. I like creative solutions.
Okay. This is probably going to be the best. Would this be an intelligence or wits, do you think?
I'm going to go with wits. Let's go with wits. I don't think that you do things based on pure book knowledge, but you've experienced these things and you sort of throw things together.
Okay. This is like the best roll that I'm going to have all night, guys. I'm just letting you know that.
That feels like such a...
There you go. But it feels so important.
You know what? I'm really thinking about this. I'm going to re-roll my failures. And I still only got 2 successes. Never mind.
You can blood surge. You can blood surge.
It's too late. I already did the roll. I don't know.
What were you thinking about? What did you want to know from this roll?
I am sitting on the edge of a thought of, is it dumb for me to do it? Or am I smart enough to think of it?
You're smart enough to think of it. The idea strikes you as sudden inspiration of, oh shit, I could do this. But it does not go so far as to how effective it would be. Well, actually, no, it goes as far as how effective it would be. You've seen these things shred things. It can do a lot of damage really quickly. But this is a very unorthodox use. You do not think about how the blowback will impact you. So, you only thought as far as the consequences for those in front of it.
Okay. So I'm going to bring a vest in with me.
Probably a good idea.
And I'm gonna grab a very small caliber firearm also. But yeah, something really tiny. But I'm gonna grab a vest and I'm gonna be dumb and I'm gonna put a claymore inside of it.
Oh,
go for it.
I'm just carrying it with me. I'm not putting it on.
Hey, I just had a thought, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony is going to ask you Like, he knows what we're doing. So when we go back in there, he is going to ask you what we found out. And you're going to have to convince him. He
Does
chokes on those words.
he know what we're doing?
He was at the dinner when it...
Yeah, but we were taken into the other room.
Yeah, but he would know, like, there was the convert. Like, Anya mentioned the vase at the table. If I'm not misremembering that.
She did.
Yeah. And this year-to-date reunion, 3 special guests. Maybe I'm giving Tony more credit than he deserves, but either way, he knows that we got called away. So you're gonna have to convince him that we're here for Kristoff. If he asks.
Well, we need to talk to him anyway.
That's true.
So we are here for Kristoff.
Okay. You guys ready?
Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know if I've told I don't think I'm telling the other guys what I'm thinking either. I'm grabbing a ballistic vest and walking in.
Nice.
There you go.
We're dead, but whatever.
All right. Entering into the main hall, you see that there are still just like a handful, like 3 or 4. Let's say 4. There are 4 robed individuals still cleaning up after the dinner, taking away plates, thoroughly cleaning and disinfecting the table. There's a real emphasis on cleanliness as an almost spiritual act here. That everything must be exactly right. You see, near the coat rack, Tony Putanesca is gathering his things, and he looks off and he goes, "Hey, little cousin, you back so soon? How's it going?"
He just kind of smiles. It's going pretty good. How about you, Tony?
It's going good. I got some business to take care of across town, but
Tony,
I'll catch up with you later.
You leaving?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just gotta meet with some guys. Shake some hands. Shake some babies, kiss some hands. That sort of shit.
Hey, you still pissing off cops?
Is my name still Tony fucking Putanesca?
No, I wanted to show you something, but if you're in a hurry, I guess we don't have to.
Oh, fuck it.
I'm like, I've got the ballistic vest draped over my arm. Like my hands are in the sleeve holes. Well,
I'm assuming
your little cousin here has got to Yeah, go ahead.
Oh wait, no, you go ahead. You already were answering.
I was just going to say your little cousin here has got to go talk to who? Who was that? Kristoff. And I don't want to be bored, truthfully. So I was wondering if I could show you some new merch.
I think I got about 5-10 minutes. I can spare some time.
Sweet.
Quality merchandise. You won't be disappointed. I point my cane towards him.
Oh shit, that one of yours, man?
New shit.
Well, I gotta see what new things you got. I'm always trying to, keep everything running smoothly, but sometimes you got some problems, and you gotta make the problems go away real quick.
Yeah. So I know, like, it looks a little bulky and stuff, but like, check this thing out, and I'm gonna hold up the vest to him.
Oh yeah, that's it looks a little. Looks like it gives a bit too much padding in all the wrong places.
Yeah, but it's gonna stop a sniper rifle.
You're not shitting me.
I'm not shitting.
No
you.
shit.
I'm not. Look how thick this is. Kevlar base.
About half as thick as my dick right there.
I'm not asking for proof.
At that note, I'm going to cut to Lucas going to talk with Anya.
Yeah. When the second that that Lucas was able to break away after answering the question that they was here to talk to Kristoff, he just slowly crept off from the conversation.
Dude.
How thick is it? About as half as thick as my dick.
God damn it.
Hell yeah.
You know the way to Anya's study. You know where she tends to be. It's not hard for you to get there. Do you knock or do you just barge in?
No, he would knock.
Anya answers the door. You're back pretty quickly. Did you find success?
He just nods and kind of shrugs his head over his shoulder back to where Phantom is.
Oh, I forgot to mention, Phantom absolutely pointed at Tony, so you do have that confirmation. But you did not have the opportunity to covertly tell the others that you had that confirmation that Tony was at the warehouse.
Okay, thank you. He's just gonna kind of just really casually nod for her to look over his shoulder.
Her eyes suddenly go full pitch black, and she sees the spirit behind you.
You
Looks like you found some little tag along on your way. I know this spirit.
He's an eyewitness.
Eyewitness.
He'll turn to Phantom. Would you mind showing Mother Anya the man that you saw at the warehouse? Point him out to her.
Yeah. It was man out in the lobby, in the dining room. Yes. Loud voice, slicked back hair. Tony Putanesca. Has a name. Very well then. And you saw him there. That is the same man. Your eyes do not deceive you. Not a liar. I saw. He stood, told the others what to do, knew what he was doing. Well then. Seems as though you've done a favor, little spirits. And you, Lucas, what are we going to do about this?
Well, if I will, Lucas will kind of boldly say, "Well, Mother Anya, I told Phantom. He doesn't remember his real name, but I told him that though I can't do it quickly, and that I can't promise when, that I would work for him to retrieve his locket. And I think that he has, given the state of his being at this moment, he has proved to be very cooperative and worthy of at least that much. As for our cousin, death is a mercy."
True. And we can always ask what we need to know after final death.
Indeed. However, not everyone deserves mercy.
Oh? Then
I want to know what Tony planned to do with it.
let's go ask, shall we?
He just quietly nods.
And Anya leads the way out. And what part of conversation does she walk into with Tony and our dynamic duo?
On my end, I think I'm just helping him like adjust it so it's fitting him properly if he actually put it on. In which case, in which case, I want to see if I can get a hold of that fetter.
Ooh, nice.
You know what? Yeah. Let's make the roll. We're going to do...
This is going to be bad, guys.
Yeah, this is going to be really bad. Let's see here. You have no larceny.
I have 1 point in dexterity.
Oh my
You have
If
god.
you
1 point in
fail-
dexterity.
Oh, oh no!
I'm
You should
gonna.
have let me try to
Exactly
grab. You
I will
should
rouse.
have let me try to grab it.
Okay. I mean.
I'm going to give you something here. I'm going to give you something.
Okay.
You're already expected to make physical contact. So, we don't have to worry about clumsy hands. What you're trying to do is distract him
Okay.
while you make your action. So, I'm going to say manipulation plus larceny in this context.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm still gonna rouse
There you
the
go.
blood because I really want to do this.
I
Do
really
it.
like that. I really like that ruling. That was a good justification for a different role.
So
It was. It's like
Thank
you're
you.
essentially combining two roles into one, essentially. Because some people would say, "All right, you're going to try to distract him. That's manipulation, and then you're going to try to do this. That's dexterity." They would have made it two separate roles, but combining it into one role is a good call.
okay, I get hungrier.
You get hungrier.
I
The
get
beast.
hungrier. But it is. Is it a +2? I think. Yes. Blood potency +2. Yes. Okay.
Huh.
So
That'll give you a good dice pool.
it gives me a very good dice pool. Here we go.
Yeah, you
Why?
did it
There we go.
potentially. Please don't roll them. That's a bestial failure.
Made the digital dice
And
gods.
I forget.
just go up on
I
you and
forget.
bounce
Do I
it.
add? Do I add the? Is it? Do I add the hunger now, or is it the next roll?
Next roll.
It's oh wait. Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Keeping everybody on their feet. I'm gonna re-roll those failures. Okay, there we go. I got 4 successes.
Ooh.
4 successes. All right. I'm gonna make a quick roll for Tony. I'm gonna give him this will be good.
8 successes. Oh.
I should have tried to
1!
include the hunger die, but all the same,
I cannot
you
believe
win.
I won.
You get the fetter away.
What did I take from him?
You took from him what looks to be an old antique flask.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It's iron with lead lining.
That's poisonous. All right.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right.
He's got something in there.
Cool.
It should
So
be
yeah,
him.
when they walk out on my end, I'm just like getting the Velcro on them really tight to show them how it fits.
Anya
And we don't know
walks
you're
right up to Tony, and Tony is just like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? Tony, we need to talk. I believe the 3 gathered can ask the questions for me." Talk what? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Huh? What's going on? I was just getting a little product demonstration here. What's going on?
Finest stuff.
This is an intervention for your ancient blue pill problem, Mr. 1 in 5.
Fucking blue pill problem. What the hell is you talking about? Lost your mind, kiddo. I don't know what.
Manfred, tell him.
What he's saying is you can't get it up.
So you took.
Oh no, I heard that. I get that. Trust me, I can get it up just fine.
Really?
I mean,
Can you
just
see
gotta. Oh fuck you, asshole!
Lucas is gonna look over to them and be like a look of like, did you get it?
I'm gonna inconspicuously wink at him.
Nice.
Oh, what?
He just rolls his eyes.
In other words, I overtly bite my tongue and wink my eye while tilting my head. If I can add potence to winking, I just did.
What would make that even better is if you like literally pulled it out and just did that in front of everybody.
Is that what you do?
Hand and the thumbs up in the other.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna
pulls out the flask, holds up a thumbs up, and winks very, very overtly.
That's exactly what I do. I'm sorry. My guy is. I have no composure.
No tag.
So
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh.
Why is he so dumb? How did this happen?
I don't know, but Lucas puts his hands out like give it like throw it to me.
I'll chuck it to you.
I'm going to
Oh,
make a
funny.
percentile roll. The first die is going to be the hundreds. The second die is going to be the ones.
Okay.
So, I mean, the tens and the ones. So, high or low?
Higher die, baby, every time.
There you go.
All right. All right. It is low.
Damn.
Fucking Tony Putinesca sees this shit and he's like, wait, what the fuck? What? Did you fucking pick my pocket, man? What the fuck's wrong with you? And,
Shadow.
yeah, you can tell he's about to swing. Oh, Shadow. What are you having Shadow do?
Pin him to the wall.
And what the two of you see is suddenly, with incredible violent force, Tony just flies into the wall. What those who can't see the spirits see is the shadowy figure flies through the air, grabs him by the wrist, slams him there, grabs him by the head, holds him there, and you can see nails digging into skin and a growling sound as it definitely is enjoying what it's doing.
I'm going to take that opportunity. When I see this happen, I'm going to draw the blade that I have in my cane, and as he's pinned against the wall, I'm going to put the wooden side of the handle right next to where his heart is.
Hey, what the fuck is... Jesus Christ! What the fuck is... What's your goddamn problem?
It's gonna be really
I
hard
mean,
to stake him while he's wearing that. I'm just saying.
Okay, I have enough power to do it.
That's some fucking bullshit. What the actual goddamn fuck? What, am I on fucking trial here? You fucking cops, you goddamn stopping me? Come on, I got some business to do across town. And Anya just goes, oh, I'm sure that you do have business to do. You've been accused of theft, after all. What? Oh,
Would this business have anything to do with the missing artifact? Are you trying to meet the individuals that might be holding it for you? Perhaps?
You know, actually, I am trying to meet someone. I'm trying to meet your mother. I'm supposed to be there in about half an hour.
Hey, Tony. You know how I know you're guilty? Because...
What the fuck do you know, little kid? You fucking nothing. You got them embraced within a year. You don't know shit. What the fuck you know, huh?
I know that it's pretty sad a Hakata couldn't spot the spirit of a really powerful specter sitting right in front of him, watching him commit the crime.
You know what?
Oh, poor Tony Putinesca, outplayed by a young fledgling.
Okay, at this point in time, Tony looks like he might lose himself to a frenzy at any moment.
Oh yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, I was about to say, if there's anything that any of you would like to do to remedy the situation before it potentially becomes a violent scene.
I look over at I need to look over at Lucas, and can you talk to dead Kindred too?
Storyteller, that is entirely up to you to decide if he's actually ever done that.
He has not done it before. He's been studying, but he hasn't had the opportunity to. Anya walks up behind you at that question and goes, I'm sure that he can, with the right guidance.
I'm gonna then look over at Bashan and say, hit the deck. And I'm gonna shoot him.
Shit.
You're gonna shoot him?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you shooting him with?
Like I said, I have a very small caliber gun. I'm just gonna shoot him right in the claymore.
Okay. Well then,
that's why I'm telling Bashan to duck.
I need to think about what the damage pool would be like on a claymore detonated directly against the skin of a kindred who's pinned to a brick wall.
where the brick wall is going to be cushioning some of the blow, so it's all blowing back into him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say you blow his stomach clean off. It is an open cavity. Now then, how much damage would that do?
I mean, it's up to you if it's like mass damage or there are rules
there
for
are explosive.
explosions. Yeah, they're in. I think they're in the
Gehenna War.
they're also in the Hunter book.
Ah,
What's it called? The Second Inquisition book.
You could also make it easy and just pick like a die pool and whatever successes
absolutely.
equals that. Okay.
Yeah.
I bow to your
I'm going
superiority
to.
on it.
I'm gonna make a roll. I'm gonna say Tony has 5 hit points. I'm gonna say this is aggravated damage because it is an explosion directly against his flesh. He has 3 aggravated damage as you blow a hole clear in his guts, and he starts screaming in pain.
Ooh.
And Anya looks at you with a look of disbelief.
I'm just like,
How dare you?
holy shit! That's all he says. It's just like, oh, holy shit! Kind of like crouches down a little bit.
Did you see that? Holy shit! That's fucking great.
Lucas
I fucking love that.
Okay, so you know the scene from Home Alone where he like Macaulay Culkin slaps his face and is like, oh yeah, Lucas doesn't slap his face, but he has that look on his face like, oh, that was cool.
Yes.
He's still
Tony.
moving. He's fine.
Tony, still held by the spirit, his eyes lose all focus. He is just muttering to himself. He is in shock. He's my fucking it's God. What?
I want to activate. I want to activate Daunt on him.
Oh, I'm gonna say circumstantially, he gets no pool to resist because he is just fucked up right now, and he's in the middle of just the worst moment of his entire existence.
I'm gonna take my blade and I'm gonna put it against his neck. And I kneel down because I'm assuming he's like on the ground.
He's held up against the wall. It looks like his legs should give way, but he is being pinned there by an unseen force.
The wraith is.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And I say, okay, you greasy fat turd, you are going to tell us everything that you did with this urn.
Well,
and you will not lie.
That's nothing but a problem for everyone, anyways. I just try to do it. Try to get rid of it. Make a little bit of money on the side. But I did not. I swear, I didn't mean for anyone to get hurt. I was careful.
A Puttanesca not meaning for someone to get hurt? Is that a joke?
Use old family. It's family. I can't. Oh God! I think I feel my guts falling out. Jesus fucking Christ!
Clean
what
up
is
on
wrong
aisle
with you?
4.
I look over to Anya to see if she gives me like the look of do it or no.
She sees your expectant look, sees the sniveling, terrified Tony, and she just does a very human thing she hasn't done in decades. She takes a breath and she sighs and she nods.
Well, c'est la vie, Tony. And I decapitate him against the wall with enough force that the blade actually probably scours the brick behind it too.
It is done. The corpse rapidly decomposes, including the bits blown off of it earlier. What you have instead is rapidly mummifying desiccated remains. Tony Puttanesca, after over 100 years of life, has met final death. And Anya looks to Lucas. I think we should call his spirit and make sure he speaks for us. I will need you to ask the questions for me, okay?
He nods. Sorry, he nods.
She rests her hand on your shoulder and just smiles. Her eyes go black. She opens up her hand. She holds the vitae up. She sprinkles the vitae all about her face. And suddenly, she closes her mouth again and she speaks directly, pitch perfect, Tony Puttanesca's voice without any of his emotion. How can I answer?
That's a neat trick.
Where
Are we able to see this?
You hear his voice coming from Anya now, but you did not see any spirits move. Only Lucas saw something, some shape of something fly into Anya's mouth.
I gotcha. But we do hear Tony's voice.
Tony's voice, exactly.
Gotcha.
Where is the Venetian urn?
Stashed 3 miles north, 1 mile west. Shallow grave, marked with the name Johann Schmidt.
Who are you planning on selling it to?
Peter Straub bid a high amount of money, enough money to fund expansion efforts in New York.
Do you have any other associates waiting for you to return before you depart? Back to
2
America.
hired guns, waiting at the train station to leave Munich, to head north, to get on a ship, to go back.
How many of our American cousins know that you are coming here?
Only the family of New York. Small in number. We've been losing ground. Only 3 of us left, 4 if you include me.
Will any of them miss you?
They hated me. Wanted to prove what I could do.
Does the grave that the urn is buried in hold any significance?
It was the first freshly buried grave that I could find. Threw the corpse out. Threw the urn in.
Are there any remaining things in the Skinlands that tether your soul to them?
Out of character, I'm having trouble thinking of something, so I'm going to say that he says no.
Lucas will look to the other 2 with a raised eyebrow, basically saying suggestions. When and what time were you planning on meeting the buyers?
30 minutes. Edge of Anarch territory. Money exchanged. I give them the map in my pocket.
I'm gonna rifle through to find the map in his pocket. If it's still there.
It was just...
Oh,
it is not. The map is destroyed.
I figured it would be, but we have the name, so not a big deal.
I was gonna say when he started to look like he was gonna frenzy, I was like, Lucas is gonna go rummage through his pockets before this becomes a violent encounter that he can't participate in. And then you blew him up.
Um, I'm not smart. Anyway,
It was
Hey,
glorious and it was
No,
worth
it was
it.
great. I wouldn't change a thing about it.
we got his
it made him.
name. We can look it up in
It made
public
him.
records.
It made him docile, man. It worked. It
Yeah.
worked, and no one else got hurt.
No one else got hurt except for the brick wall.
Do you have any regrets, Tony?
Everything.
Probably
Everything
regrets
since I was embraced.
Is there any means for one of us to summon you back?
I don't know. Never was my strength.
He'll look to the other two again. If you guys can't think of anything else, I'll get Mother Anya out of this, I guess.
Go ahead and ask him if Christoph was involved with this in any way.
Mm. Did you have any conspirators? Co-conspirators?
Acted alone.
How did you find out the location of the urn?
Spent some time digging. Talked with family members. Asked spirits. Ones that would answer me. Didn't have much luck. Till I did. Stole from Christoph. Stole the blueprints.
Do you have any do you have any information or materials of value here in Munich that you brought with you? Anything that would be a breach to the Masquerade if not recovered?
No. Kept my shit tight. Kept it together.
Have you made any messy kills since you came to Munich?
No. Kept a low profile. Second Inquisition presence in Munich is agitated still. Still looking for us. So I heard. Did not want to create problems. Wanted to solve problems.
That's the smartest thing you've probably ever done.
Hmm.
Are there any final words that you wish you could have said? And anyone in particular that you wish could have heard them?
Tell my child I'm sorry that I ever brought her into this.
I'll consider that. And he'll tap Mother Anya.
Her eyes go back to normal. And you don't see anything leave her, by the way. But she speaks with a soft smile. I think those answers were quite illuminating, don't you?
Definitely.
Well then, I believe that there is still the urn to dig up and bring back. And don't forget, I have not forgotten the arrangements made. I do promise to discuss a safer place to keep it. If anything, the events of this incident has convinced me that perhaps it should be kept elsewhere. But not for tonight. Tonight it must come back here.
We know where it's at.
We going digging?
We going digging.
All right. I guess let's go do this.
Indeed.
For the sake of time, I will narrate this. It does not take too much longer into the night to find where the urn was buried. It was a freshly buried grave with a cheap tombstone, but the freshness of the tombstone amongst the aged plots of graves gives you enough of an indication that in following the rough 3 miles north, 1 mile west, it was not difficult to find. The grave dirt is still loose, easily dug up, and a mere 2 feet down, you find it. This incredibly valuable piece of pottery. This thing that has caused so much trouble for so many people. This relic of the time of Augustus Giovanni before his disappearance and presumed final death. But nobody knows for sure. And nobody knows for sure the extent of what the urn was used for during Giovanni's days. Some say that it was used as a means of communicating with spirits. Others of true resurrection of things that should not be able to come back. Final death is supposed to be final, after all. But the urn is recovered. Now then, when the urn is recovered, will it reach its destination? Or is there a new destination in mind?
I plan on taking it back to her because I want to get paid. Is there anybody not?
Eyes are just looking at Bajan.
Yeah, I think we're both just kind of staring at Bajan at the moment.
No, I think that I will let it go back to the temple for now.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, I feel like, superpowered specters and landmine ballistic vests is probably a good motivator to play nice. Sure as fuck.
And?
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And what do you text your sire, who has been looking for updates this entire time?
I say to Rusk, I tell him through coded means a deal has been struck with the Hikata. The urn will be kept in a mutual safe ground with this fledgling as its keeper, who will be malleable in the future.
The response you get, coded of course, is words of praise, and that the urn is now one step closer to in the hands of those who deserve to keep it.
There are but two states of existence in this world: perfection and those who are not Mithras.
Now, the urn is delivered safely back to the temple. It is delivered into a room that Anya has prepared that she does not let anyone into just yet. And as she turns to face the coterie, she has one question to ask. Do you choose your reward in a major boon or in a gift that only the Hekata can give?
Oh, this is hard. I'm going to need another intelligence check.
Yeah.
What do you think it should be? Intelligence plus what?
I think it should be intelligence plus insight, or wits plus insight.
Wits plus insight. Okay,
Yeah,
Ooh,
why not?
it's a better roll for me.
Exactly.
perfect.
Can
There it is.
Can Lucas try to filter out, like, he's pretty well learned. Can I make like a resolve occult to just filter out exclusively things I know about the Hakata in my occult studies to
Of
better
course.
ascertain what exactly she's referring to as a gift only the Hakata could give? Because if it's summon your dead loved ones and like get closure, he can do that. Like,
Yeah.
so is that something that I could make a roll for?
You can make that roll, by all means.
Thank you very much.
I got 2 successes. Not really sure where that stands.
Hmm. She seems excited to give you your reward. Even with her difficult to read face, she does seem like she feels good about what she's about to do.
I'll take the Hikata gift then, because I can work out. I probably try to avoid the boon systems, the whole pre-station thing. Anyway, I stay out of the Kindred politics. I just sell the weapons.
With a critical roll, a critical success, I am going to DM you exactly what it is,
Okay, cool.
which leaves one last person to ask for a reward. Major boon or a gift only the Hikata can give.
I will take. I'll take the boon.
I knew it.
The Ventrue, ever a pragmatist, chooses the boon. The Nosferatu chooses the gift. What does Lucas choose?
So I want to clarify: is this a Oh, never mind. It just clicked. I get it. Okay. He is going to. I would like the boon, Mother Onion.
The boon is yours, and the boon is yours. And as for you, Manfred, please. She offers her hand to you.
He
Would you step inside with me?
he puts his crusty hand in yours, probably still caked with dirt from the grave.
You walk inside, and you see, just walking past the door and past a veil, all along the entirety of this floor, you see runes inscribed, runes and arcane texts and all sorts of languages inscribed upon the ground in fresh vitae, that this is what she's been doing the whole evening. You see robed figures, members of the cult, adherents, acolytes, ones who hope for the embrace, standing around the edges. And when you walk in, it is silent as the grave. If anyone made sound outside of the room, you would not hear it, and no one can hear what is said in here, what happens in this room. Tell me, Manfred, who do you miss most out of everyone that you've lost? And if you had a chance to say goodbye, who would it be?
I, you know, I had not put any thought into his human existence or anything like that, but I do think that it would be something as simple as like his mother. So he'd be like,
Okay.
my ma.
Gonna look at your sheet again real quick. Your mother. When were you embraced again?
He's embraced in like the early 1900s.
Early 1900s.
Yeah, like
Okay,
around 1910 or so.
1910. Your mother passed at the end of in the final days of the Weimar Republic, and you have not thought of her since then. It was difficult, sure, to leave your living life behind, and when she finally passed, that was the last piece of blood family that you had, but you made do, and you hadn't thought about her in a long time, and now you are given the chance to say goodbye. Something you never got the chance to do. You are Nosferatu. You could not walk into her home. You could not show her what happened to her baby boy. You couldn't. Anya walks to the urn. She cuts open her hand with a ritual dagger made of obsidian, drips vitae into it, and then she offers the knife to you. Just a few drops, just to establish the connection. You will call the spirit, and you will get to say your goodbyes.
He will prick his finger and add the blood in as he has been instructed.
Anya begins chanting quietly in her soft tone. One by one, all of the figures, starting north and making its way around in the room, joins in the chants. The volume grows and grows until eventually all light is gone from the room for a flash, just barely a second long, and the light returns. And you see Anya facing you, but her expression is one you have not seen in so long. It may be Anya's face, but you recognize the look of your own mother, even after all these years. And she quickly pulls you into a hug, even though you have this monstrous visage, even though you've had to hide your face from people for so long. She pulls you into a warm, genuinely warm embrace, and she speaks. Oh, my baby boy. I thought I had lost you so long ago. Have you been well? Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm good, Ma. And he's hugging her back, and there's probably a little bit of like blood tears starting to well up.
It's been so cold and dark for so long. I saw glimpses of you. Glimpses through places where I could barely see where it was still warm. Because I missed you so much.
I
don't think...
I have a question for you, Ma. It's really important.
Anything for you. She pulls away. You can see tears, actual tears on Anya's face, not blood tears, physical tears.
Where'd you hide Dad's guns? I'm so sorry for ruining such an important, sweet moment.
No.
But he's got a one-track mind. He's just looking for his dad's antique rifles.
Look, Ma, I know that you were stashing money in the floorboards under the blanket. Where the hell wasn't all that money?
She looks at you, and she just smiles proudly as she cups your cheeks and goes, "Oh, I'm surprised you didn't figure that out already. He buried them under the floorboards beneath your bed. Now go, make Mama proud, okay?"
I'm on my way, Ma. And he'll take off.
I'd say, on that note, that is the perfect moment to end this session.
I felt so bad turning it into a stupid joke, but it's like the only thing.
No.
Hey.
It works.
If
It
that's
works
what
for
it
your
would be.
character.
If that's how it would be, man.
It
That's what it
works
would be.
for your character.
Oh my god.
So,
So glad we didn't do webcams because I'm dying.
yeah.
That
No,
was
So,
You know, I'm starting to notice something. This is why Tony doesn't get to play. Because when he
on
does,
that note,
he goes crazy.
I don't only play
I want-
characters like this.
I know, I'm just playing.
I want to say one last thing. I want to say thank you all very much for joining me in this game of Vampire the Masquerade. Did I call it Echoes from the Past? I think I did. Echoes from the Past. I hope that you all had fun. It's been my pleasure to run this game for you.
This
Thank
was
Yay.
awesome. It was a great session.
That was
It was
incredible.
great.